So I don't know if we're gonna beat this or not, but we're gonna make a good go at it, I think. Figure out what it is that we're going to be doing next. I'm trying to remember what remains to be played, what remains to be done. Man, the bot is still having some trouble. My apologies for that. All right. So I think we have the Cult of the Fanatics to get through. And I think we have, if we want to do the Back in Time castle, and I don't remember what else we may or may not have at this point. Those are the only things that come to mind. Strago's Cave. I should probably do that. I think that's it, though. I honestly think that's it. So maybe we can knock out some of those this stream. And then tackle Kefka's Tower next week with a grand finale and try to get to Dancing Mad, which I know is the one remaining thing. You think we can do that? Do you think we can do those? I'll have to put the right party members in. Oh my god, this song is so good. Ah! Right, we did that. Just a bunch of little things. Did I get the right button? I did. I mean, it usually asks you who you want to put in your party before you land. Well, no, that's only if you're like going to a special place, like the Phoenix Cave or Kefka's Tower, so never mind, I take that back. Oh, you think I'll need to do grinding before Kefka's Tower? Really? I guess to get the rest of the party members up. Well, we can do that. Or I could bring suboptimal party members with me to these locations. I could put people who aren't my two favorite characters in the party. With the Figaro, just put anyone with the Figaro brothers. The Figaro brothers can get you through anything. I don't care really about the dragons and the Colosseum fights unless there's going to be some sort of particularly interesting content. But I can't think of anything that would really be motivating for me there. It's interesting because these sprite designs, or well, I guess sprite isn't right, but the pixel graphics that were designed to be on a CRT, obviously we see things differently now that we're not on our CRT. But I don't think that have they changed the portraits at all? Because like the portraits that I know the best obviously are these two, which I have cross-stitched on the wall above me that my sister made me for my birthday last year. We could take CYAN to Maranda. That's a good suggestion. We can start with that. Let's do that. All right, CYAN. Hi, Axel. How's it going, friend? How are you feeling? You doing all right? And I really like this game. Those not currently in my party. Oh man, I didn't realize you could cycle through all of those things. They've really made a point to have a... Oops. No! God, I'm so bad with D-pad type things. They've really tried very hard to incorporate a lot of quality of life, different things. Sorry to hear that, Axel. Yeah, I know I've seen you've been having a rough time of it, so I hope things get a bit better for you soon. Let's see. I should probably equip my party members. Oh. I guess. Huh. I guess I don't have any good spears, because I guess I haven't been keeping up with buying stuff, so. This, I believe, uses... Oh, wrong button. Hi, Blade Tiger. Hi, Dragon Imps. Yeah, well, I feel like the portraits are exactly the same. Like, they look exactly the same to me. So I'm not surprised, like, somebody doing a more thorough search or examination than I did. View description. I should check the buttons. Oh, man, gosh. It's such good music. Oh, man. It's so good. Why are all of the top swords weird? I mean, I guess we could go get Locke the best sword since he's going to be in my party. I don't know what to give him. I don't know what stat works with his gear, so somebody should always have a ribbon on. How are you folks doing? How are things going? I promise I'm working on the latest chapter of Darkness and Starlight. I've been working on it for a bit. Wrong button. Wrong button. I'm trying to get to the end of the World of Balance, and I've got a few chapters ahead of me, including, oh my god, twice in a row. That's the no button. So the no button, you nope out of flying. The yes button, you choose to go. What's on the docket? I don't know if that's the right word. Blade Tiger. Okay, so I should actually probably give him the thing that does both. Okay, good to know. Where should I go? Where should I go? Where should I go? I should go to... Wrong button. I'm never gonna get these buttons down. I'm sorry, I wasn't any better at this in the original. we could go to Maranda and drop that off. Oh wait, that's not too far. Okay, and then we hit the go button. The go button. The go button. Go. How do people ever learn their way around buttons? I don't understand. God, it's such a good song. How is it so good? Oh my god. I'm gonna do a rad cover of this. I'm working on a collaboration of this with a couple of new friends, but I want to do a really big and special thing with this. Shocking nobody. I'm saying this on this stream because I feel like there's no point in keeping secrets about my plans for things. They may or may not come to I was trying to say they may or may not come to fruition, but my mouth, which is accustomed to saying the word flute, almost said fruition. God damn it. I am the coolest person in the world, clearly. Oh man, I'm no dignity. No dignity. I don't get dignity, clearly. Anyway. Fruition. Yes, that is what will be happening. Maybe. With more Final Fantasy VI content than the world knows what to do with. Also, yes, Final Fantasy VII content will be coming eventually. Like, holy crap. Can we say Crisis Core? Like, God, this is such a beautiful song. I just really like double reeds. I think that's a proper oboe, not an English horn. Where is she? Probably not in the building that's labeled with the defense sign, but I turned my brain off temporarily. Oh, this one has a bird on top of it, so you know this is probably the right house. Yep. Here we go. Shall we do this? Oh, do I talk to her or look at the... Oh. God, I just want to pull my flute out and just start playing everything. Just don't want to accept what that meant. I was lying to myself, but it's all right now. Everything is good. Everything is forgiven. We can get immediately over massive trauma. Reading those letters helped to ease the pain in my heart. A little bit of oversimplification here, but that's fine. This is a small side quest, and this game did quite a lot for its time. Whoever wrote them must have been suffering the same kind of pain. Wish I could meet him. Well, you're in luck, Miss Lola. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna take a slight departure, do you mind? So, I've mentioned, I think, that when I was a kid, my first ever internet experience, well, online experience, was a flame war on a Usenet news group between Ultima fans and Final Fantasy fans. So that was an exciting way to see what the internet is like. But my second thing that I did was get involved with the Final Fantasy RPG, a play-by-chapter Usenet hosted initially, and later it became a mailing list. Like it was a play-by-chapter RPG thing, and it was kind of like, it was set in the world of Final Fantasy VI, but it had like characters from other Final Fantasies came in, and then we could have original characters too. It was just this big old mashup, which is where I encountered the Gungho's Daryl fanon theory, which of course spoke directly to my heart, my melodrama and tragedy loving heart. But I had an original character who was very melodramatic and tragic. Anyway, somebody found the archives of that community online, including chapters that I wrote when I was like, 11 or 12. So if you've ever wondered, when I talk about how I've always been a melodramatic and tragic kid, or a melodramatic and tragic person, and you're like, could Lauren possibly have achieved this level of melodrama and tragedy when she was a child? There is incontestable evidence, like, for all time reserved on the internet now. So I can share that with you if you would like. I can even read my character description that I wrote, that I came up with when I realized I needed to have an OC because my favorite character was taken. But that's how I know Lola's name, because Lola was a character in that, and she was noteworthy enough that I remember her name, which is why, like, I may not always remember NPCs' names, but I know Lola because Lola was interesting. I liked Lola. I don't know if, I think she was kind of like out of character. I think her player, writer, whatever, was kind of like one of the team moms, I think. I don't know. Anyway, that leads me to have an attachment to this character who's not really, I mean, I like her story. I think it's interesting. And it's a nice addition, and it's neat that they, despite having this very large cast, still have these little side characters who have names and personalities and melodramatic and tragic stories that I like, because I am predictable. It's neat that they find the time to do that. In addition, obviously, to the fact that it does pay off to expand CYAN's story, but even prior to this, in the world of balance, when you're doing the letter exchanging thing, like, that's still interesting. But yeah, so if you ever wonder why I'm like, oh, it's Lola, it's because of Lola. Also, just so you know, in that game, Edgar gets possessed by Lich from, I think that's Final Fantasy I. Whichever one has the four fiends that aren't the four fiends in 4. Lich, Tiamat, and the other two. I've never played that game, okay? I know these villains because when I was 11, I played in the Final Fantasy RPG. I wrote for a character named Alin Memane. She was my original character, and I want to draw fan art of her. I want to draw pictures of her. I drew pinups that I didn't realize were pinups of her in high school. Maybe I'll do something with her for old time's sake. I think that would be hilarious. Lich, Tiamat, Kraken, and Marilith? Does Marilith go by another name? Because I feel like I've never heard that before. Kraken, I know, but Marilith, I don't think that one was in it at all. Because I was like, who are these people? Because I'd never had an NES at the time, or never played the original. All right, so here is CYAN coming in as the dad that he is, as opposed to... CYAN is a really dadly character. Carry. Oh, that is definitely an interesting translation. Thank you, NES era. Okay, thank you for explaining that. Like I said, I've watched people play it, including an all-white mages run, but Final Fantasy I does not deliver what I want out of a gaming experience. I mostly skipped the NES generation. I went from the Atari ST to the Super Nintendo and fell head over heels in love with Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, and then Final Fantasy II. And then Final Fantasy III came out, and my life was changed forever. Oh, Kali! Oh! Maybe actually they called her Kali in this, because that sounds familiar in the context of Final Fantasy. That would make sense. And that's the sort of thing that nerdy teenagers back in the late 90s, early 2000s would have done. Because this is like, we're talking like 1995, 1996, like shortly after this game came out, that I joined this group. So I'm sorry to be like mixing up talking about what's going on in the story and talking about this weird writing experience that I had as a kid back in the day. But look, I am what I am, and I assume at this point anyone who is watching these sections of this playthrough that aren't just the music that shows up, that you folks are okay with this. So we're just gonna do this. What was I saying? I'm sorry. For anyone who is watching this who hasn't watched my other streams this week, or followed what I'm talking about on Discord or social media for whatever reason, like, I had COVID last week, we think. Did not test positive, but my hotel roommate from the trip that I took for work tested positive the day after she got back. And then I got sick and my roommate got sick and we isolated for 2 weeks. But I'm feeling a lot better, but if my brain is foggier than usual, that might be a contributing factor. Yes, no, Zulily, that is a good juxtaposition of me waxing nostalgic about back in the day while CYAN from the past tells us to look to the future. Yeah, no, I lucked out, honestly. My symptoms were much easier than most people's. I just slept for like 20 hours of the day. But it wasn't too bad otherwise. And I'm prone to that sort of thing. I think I've got like sort of a post-viral thing from having had mono like 12 years ago. And so occasionally I just sleep for a day or two and want to eat everything and then I'm better. It's weird. I'm all over the place right now. No, but like, I was really happy to find my old writing, because writing is a really, really, really huge part of who I am that I kind of lost in 2018 for a little while. And it's neat to find it. And it's also interesting to see how I wrote back when I was that young. I think I was a pretty good writer for a kid, honestly. But also there are some things stylistically that haven't changed. There are phrases that pop up in Alin's chapter and ways that dialogue is written that I'm like, pretty sure Darkness and Starlight has this exact same thing repeated. There's phrases that you just like that are, I mean, I have like my stupid streaming things that I didn't set out. Some streamers, I think, want to have a catchphrase. I used to say hello friend a lot when I came across like enemies or NPCs or like bugs and chickens and things on screen. But I'm not really like a catchphrase, like I'm a streamer kind of person. But you do wind up with vocabulary that you fall back on, and phrases that are a natural part of your, just the way that you communicate. And apparently some of those have been true for me since I was like 11. Maybe I'll do something with that character, Alin. Because I wrote her, I think I came up with her when I was 11, and then I think I came back to the game when I was like 14. And was like, no, I need to salvage this mess that I made a few years ago and try to do something. And so I tried to like retcon things into making sense and having a plot and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'll share some of that with you folks, but it's, oh my God. Actually, do you mind? I'm like interrupting this thing with CYAN to talk about, hold on. All right, I'm gonna read this stupid thing to you. Hold on. Okay, so Alin Memane was her name. She had blue eyes and blue hair Her height was, I don't know, because I was a kid and I didn't know how heights work. Summary. Okay, you have to remember that this was written when I was like 11 or 12, okay? So I was a young child. I wasn't even a dramatic, angsty teenager. You are prepared. You know how I am about melodrama and tragedy. You know me. Okay, summary. She has no hometown. She has wandered for several years since the tragic suicide of her father after the murder of her mother. Not a happy childhood. She didn't keep up with the news, so she's kind of ignorant about Kefka's destroying of the world. As a matter of fact, the destruction didn't bother her that much. She has what seems like split personalities, which repel most people. She won't touch a sword, but instead uses a whip. Very important. You have to have a weapon. This is a video game story after all. She is currently near Jador, wants to see the opera house. I hope to start posting soon, but I don't have many plans for her except that she will hopefully visit anyone and everyone nearby unless she gets tangled in someone else's adventure. And she did actually. I wound up having a co-author who actually wound up being one of the founding members of the GIA, for those of you who visited nerdy news sites back in the, again, late 90s to early 2000s. Hilariously, I kind of wonder what he's up to. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but I think it would be funny to be like, hey, did you know I wound up being a video game cover band person myself? So we both kept up in nerdy circles. But yeah, so none of that level of drama should come as a surprise to any of you. Just, I was 11 when I wrote that. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with an 11-year-old who comes up with that as a character's backstory? You have every backstory in the entire world. You even have the level of melodrama and tragedy that Final Fantasy VI provides you. But that's not enough. What is wrong with me, folks? I don't know. Anyway, that's Alin. Somewhere I have art that I've drawn of her. She has blue hair and is very pretty because pretty girls are good. Anyway. Shall we get back to Final Fantasy VI? Because I've been rambling about inane things. CYAN. I'm back to talking about CYAN. I'm going to be putting timestamps. I am so glad that timestamps exist. They do make me feel better about my tendency to go everywhere with my conversation. It just also means that it takes me longer to post streams. CYAN is a dad. CYAN is like team dad, the ultimate dad. He is the dadliest character. I am still shocked and sad that Leo is actually in his 30s because I have interpreted him as being dadly and instead he's better as an older brother figure, which would have actually been really fun to write. I want to go back and revise Darkness and Starlight to make Leo an older brother figure instead of Sully's dad figure, but I didn't do that. And now I'm locked in. So, I don't know. But CYAN is our team dad, and it's interesting because he gets this kind of love story sort of experience with Lola. And you can kind of see him being, mourning. I mean, can you just imagine the love letters and poetry that CYAN must have written to his wife while he was courting her? You know? And so he must have been such a romantic courting his wife. And so in a way he kind of not reverts, but he I think kind of lives out or acts out probably something that does in some ways parallel his younger self. And the mourning and the grief with his wife specifically. And so for that moment, he's less of a dad. And yet here he comes to Lola, who is presumably substantially younger than him. Probably a teenager or close to it herself. And now he's in dad mode, realizing that actually he is an adult. And he understands grief, has been dealing with grief since before the destruction of the world, giving him a bit of an edge on everyone else whose grief has started later. So he comes in here to be a good dad figure. Hi, Phil. You just missed me reading something making fun of 11-year-old Lauren's melodrama. And now we're back to talking about Dad CYAN. But his line here isn't just to Lola. This is like him. Like this is in some ways, I think, the culmination of CYAN's arc here. As he learns that you can't get stuck on the past. Like, you can remember the past, honor the past, don't lose sight of the past, but also don't cling to it, don't let it bog you down. And also this, which is kind of in some ways like the thesis statement of Final Fantasy VI, and part of why I think it's such an incredibly relevant story for the incredibly difficult period of history that I think we are living through right now, where it is very easy to lose sight of this. No matter how dark it may be, there will always come another dawn, and after it, another day. So the emphasis, the distinction between dawn and day here, like dawn is the promise of hope on the horizon, and another day is the future beyond that promise, the reality of it. And of course, it's beautiful, it's poetically spoken. One thing that I regret about my writing of CYAN is that I don't think I've captured poetry in the way he speaks, and I think that my favorite, I read a really fantastic fanfic. One of the problems I've been having with Darkness and Starlight is I've been reading other people's fanfic, then I'm like, oh, they're doing such a better job with the characters than I've done, and I feel bad about my shortcomings. But they did a wonderful job making everything that he said and everything he thought beautifully poetic, which suits him so well. Like, he must be a poet. You can only assume like that's a high form of art in Doma, being inspired by like Japanese culture from a particular era. Makes sense. But yeah, so this right here, no matter how dark it may be, there will always come another dawn. So when I was a middle schooler, I made my first website hosted on GeoCities, and it was called A Ray of Hope. And the tagline, so it was AROH, the tagline was, a single ray of hope can cast away shadows. I think it's safe to say that Final Fantasy VI made a big impression on me. And that, even though that was just kind of like casually what I felt like naming my website, look, I was a dramatic child. I am a dramatic person. You should be glad that I do have some sort of a sense of humor and levity now on my streams and things compared to like little baby Lauren. Oh man. But yeah, I think that's what Final Fantasy VI is about. It's about not giving up after the destruction of the world, which is why it's so interesting to think of what the game would have been like if it had ended at the floating continent and we'd been victorious. Even if we had to pay a price for that victory, it would have been a completely different experience, and to some degree it would have been much more generic. Like, my objections to the World of Ruin are not that Kefka wins, and it's not that the world is dark and devastated. I mean, obviously, I have no problems with the level of melodrama and tragedy that occur in the second part of this game. It's merely a question of the pacing and the structure and some of the limitations of the storytelling and characterization with what should otherwise be some of the best written parts of the game. But I love that they do that. I think that's where a large part of the strength of the game comes from, as far as how powerful it is and how it lingers with people. You know, umpteen years later, like, God, we're going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary in a couple of years, and I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. I will know that I have become an old lady at that point. But Final Fantasy VI will presumably still be very important to me. I'm trying to arrange for a concert of some sort in Austin with the Returners. So if you're in the vicinity of Austin, Texas in July, and you want to see my video game cover band play Final Fantasy VI music and other things, I'm going to try to make that happen. At the very least, I'll see if our favorite anarchist coffee shop can accommodate us. I love them. But Final Fantasy VI has the distinction of being one of a few stories in which the bad guys win, but it's still a hopeful story. Yes, this song is called The Day After. And it's a very dark song, but it's also got a fast tempo. So even though it like has like that pain and that sorrow in it, it still feels kind of like life goes on, you know? And yes, exactly what Zulily is saying. So it's a very effective thing. There's always more light ahead. writing to beg your forgiveness. I'm guilty of perpetuating a terrible lie. I've only now realized the error of my ways and taken up this quill in hopes of correcting a great wrong. Oh, I think we've read this before, actually. Your boyfriend, whom you believed to be immobile, has passed away some time ago. I've been writing to you in his stead. Again, he has this, like, more formal way of writing. We humans have a tendency to become trapped in the past, trapped literally, and refuse to move on. I implore you not to let this happen. Now is a time for you to look forward and rediscover love and all of the other joys of life. Which again is something that other characters in the game have to do. A lot of them are wrestling with grief in their own way. It's a very tragic cast. It's a very tragic story. I love it. I love it. I told myself I wasn't going to just ramble as much this stream. I failed at that. Look, I don't know. Okay. I got it right the first time. Where shall we go, folks? What shall we do? Do we want to drive ourselves crazy and go to this place, which kind of sucks? What do we have? We could do, can you bring Mog to the Cultist's Tower and not have to deal with fighting your way up there? And just make sure you've got life 3 for the final encounter of that? Is that a strategy? I know people will bring Umaro up there. Look at me thinking about gameplay. Okay, good. Did I do that when I played this game last? I literally don't remember. Do you know how incredibly distressing it is to know that there are people out there who have watched my stream from 2020, which was not that long ago. Really not that long ago. People could even watch these streams back to back if they wanted to, but I'm sure, I don't know that there's a ton of people who watch this archive or who are in the audience right now. Hello friends, thank you so much for joining me. But I know that there are people who have watched those more recently and who remember these things. Do you know how weird it is to realize that other people remember my life experiences better than I do? Like, that is such a strange thing. Okay, that would make sense, Bluegrass. Maybe somewhere locked in my brain is a dim memory of doing that, because it occurred to me to do that. And it's possible I have learned to be more strategic in video games over the past several years. It's actually funny, I'll still get comments sometimes on my Majora's Mask stream, which I feel is like the pinnacle of my bad gameplay. And people trying to explain things to me, and I'm like, it's been a while, honey. And I have actually come such a long way, like an incomprehensibly long way as a gamer. And I tend to, like, I think I've mentioned I do a lot of strategizing stuff at work. Apparently, it turns out I have a somewhat strategic brain. So it's possible that I came up with the strategy of, oh, I wonder if I could apply the Moogle charm to this situation on my own this time around. But it's also possible that there is some dim memory in my head that I can't access, but the lingering impression of having done that remains. People have suggested that I maybe go through and add timestamps to my old streams to make them more palatable. Although I rambled a bit less during those streams, I think. But the real reason why I won't do that is not because it'll take a long time, which it will. And it's not just because it's hard to go back and see an old version of myself where I hadn't figured myself out yet and was still in a lot of pain. But it's also really, really, really uncomfortable to confront the fact that I don't really have access to the memories of that period in my life. And maybe I'll remember some of it because there are parts that I do remember. It's not like there's an entire blank spot for the past umpteen years of my life or anything like that. But I don't know. I'm kind of locked out of a lot. But it's all recorded. And that's a really weird situation to have. I don't know. It's kind of weird to, like, the number of times folks have to be like, yes, Lauren, you saw that. 3 weeks ago. Yes, Lauren, you did that last time you played this game 2 years ago, and I'm just like, I have to take your word for it because it's not in here. If it's in here, I can't get to it. Sorry, I said I was gonna ramble less this stream, and I'm failing at that, and I apologize. My memory is so bad. And it's so strange and so uncomfortable, and I think that ordinarily a person who has a bad memory is not confronted multiple times a week with other people who've experienced the same things alongside them concurrently and remembers them better than they do. I don't know. Like, I sometimes wonder if I should put like a little like asterisk warning on my streams that's like, just so you know, like, my memory is so bad that I've kind of thought about maybe it's better to just give people the caveat of it as though it's a level of disability almost, which feels kind of like appropriating a term that's maybe not fair to other people who really do suffer from things that are bad. But I'm sorry. The reason why that comes up here when I'm streaming Final Fantasy VI is because I have all of these like lifetime of memories of this game all disjointed, and then I have this previous stream of having played through the game before that was not, again, that long ago. I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like I should probably talk about things like this less. Is this it? No. Yes? No. I think that's wrong. Who do I want to bring in my party for that? Mog? Mog. We'll do Mog. Hi, Terra. I like Terra a lot. My sister didn't like Terra when I was a kid, so I didn't grow up liking Terra. But it turns out I really like her. My sister really didn't like CYAN, but I really like CYAN. Oh, that's the Phoenix Cave, thank you. You would think I would recognize that. I think I got it last time. That's all right, right? We just kind of roll with it. No one has life 3. You're right. But okay, where do we go next then? Where should we go? If nobody has life 3, Terra is a great character. You know what's so interesting to me is that I've encountered numerous trans girls who have found Terra's story something that really resonates with them for years, to the point of some who've incorporated her name into their own names, which I think is kind of like the ultimate way of honoring a role that a fictional character or their story has affected your life. I'm not going to lie. If I were to take a name for purposes similar to that, one of the names in the running would have been the name Cole. Anyway, I have Phoenix now though, so who do I think I'm in the process of trying to learn things. I would like to somehow combine preparing for an upcoming area with going to that area. Celis has probably started on it. Yeah, she tends to be my caster here. Poor Locke. I should probably get him. We have to go to the Coliseum to get him the better sword, don't you? Or is his best sword somewhere in Kefka's Tower? In like the early stages of Kefka's Tower? Lightbringer? I remember that because I wound up with 1,000,000 of those due to the sketch glitch. When I streamed that. Why do I remember the sketch glitch? Why do I remember that part? Was that later in 2020? I don't know. It's a mystery. Where do I go? What do I do? I'm outsourcing making decisions to you folks. Please recommend me what to do. Because I've managed to stir myself up into I have put my heart in a proverbial blender. And therefore I'm not capable of making decisions. Need to fight in the Colosseum. Okay. Alright. Let's make a plan and stick to it. I'm not... I'm sorry, that makes me think of Suikoden. Head to the ancient castle. Who should I bring? Who should I bring to the ancient castle? Oh, probably. But I have been working toward it. Ancient castle. Yes, it's endgame time. We have ancient castle. We have the Fanatics Tower, which we don't have Life 3, so we're gonna postpone that. I don't use blue magic, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not a completionist. Unfortunately, for the many, many folks out there who are completionists, my streams are frustrating, I'm sure, because I don't care about things that don't give me story or lore, and I hate blue magic so much, and this is the game with all the blue magic options. So I think we're probably going to skip the dragons. Unless you folks really want to give me an excuse to just ramble incoherently more about everything. Which I think I need to cut myself off before I embarrass myself further. Do a thing that gives AP. Okay, so we'll go to the who do I bring? Who do I bring to the ancient castle, folks? Cause like this is my standard team, because you gotta have the Figabros, because like if you've got the Figabros you can take on anything. And then just these two because I mean, look. I am what I am. The word is Rokuseri. And I can now read it in Japanese from searching on Twitter for fan art of it. Oh man. I've now followed several Japanese fan artists who are Rokuseri fans, and I'm delighted by it. I like to think of myself. I will put myself forward as a prominent Western Rokuseri fan. I could put somebody else in here to level them. I could put somebody instead of Locke here to level them in the interest of getting through Kefka's Tower. One of Kefka's Tower's groups doesn't fight bosses, so you can just send Mog there, right? So I really only need 2 parties worth of functional people. Terra has extra... Oh! That's a good point, Rudy. That is motivating to me. Completionism and blue magic, no. Characters talking, yes. Absolutely, thank you. I mean, I'm bringing Sabin because Sabin is the ultimate... Oh, every party fights at least one boss? Okay, well, what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Phoenix Cave. Which is like, the Phoenix Cave is like your warning / preparation for Kefka's Tower. Alright, so should I sub out Edgar for something? Should I bring somebody else? Because, like, Sabin can carry, he can just pick up a party and just carry the whole party on his massive shoulders. I love Sabin. I love the Figaro brothers so much. They are amazing. They're not my favorite characters of all time, but they are definitely up there. Yeah, Edgar's the replaceable one because Sabin is Sabin. Oh, wait, is Locke already working on it? Oh, he does have Phoenix. Maybe he's the one that I gave it. Okay, that makes it much harder though. What do I do? Making decisions is hard. We can always try it. This game is not so difficult that I'm going to die all the time. Should I level anyone up or should I consider Terra? No, yeah, Terra and Locke. Oh, actually, like, everyone here is under level except for Sabin, who's over level. Oh my god. Yes, I did. Look, if you've missed my tirade about how I feel about Umaro in this game and Quina in Final Fantasy IX, which I believe we may be getting a Final Fantasy IX remake one of these days, so goes the rumor, I will totally play the hell out of that. I just resent the fact that having characters that contribute nothing to the story or characterization or emotional beats of this game distract from the time and energy that could be put into developing the rest of the cast, which is an extraordinary cast of characters that deserve to have every bit of time and attention poured into developing them. Which is why I've written 170,000 words of a novelization of Final Fantasy VI, and I'm not even done with the World of Balance yet, although I'm close. Anyway, I'm gonna stop myself now. I'm gonna send out, by the way, I've made some potential casting decisions that I've deliberated on. I'm gonna reach out to some folks. So if you are in the list of people who have auditioned for Darkness and Starlight, you should be getting back to some people. So yeah. Is he judgy? Are you judgy? I don't know. Amaro is a big, fuzzy walking carpet. Okay, fine. I don't know. We're gonna level up everybody who's not Sabin. How does that sound? We're done. We're done. Where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hold on. Oh, wait, no, actually, I don't have to do this. You can now unequip party members who aren't in your party, which makes them not party members, but the characters in the game. You know what I mean. All right. Figaro for the ancient castle. Thank you. Okay. Figaro is hanging out over by Kolingen. So, we're gonna... I've now given myself, finally towards the end of the game, a mnemonic that I can potentially remember to help me keep track of... Oh, that's right, you can't park on the desert. Which would make sense because the desert... Shifting desert sands would not be conducive to your airship being where you left it. Okay. Ah! Oh my god, never mind. Buttons. So bad at buttons. I think... Was I gonna equip... Hi, honey. You should probably wear some clothes. Alright, we're gonna give you... Where is it? I don't know. Oh my god. God, it's such a good song. It's such a good song. No, not you. Maybe? Man, I'm gonna talk about this on Tuesday, but I've been trying to figure out where the heck my swearing on streams recently has been out of control. I'm gonna try to reel it in where the heck I am in Horizon Zero Dawn because it doesn't make any sense. I was looking at a map recently. Not a spoiler map, but just like a regular actual map, and I was like, this does not check out, so I'll be complaining about that. Ragnarok. I want to give her... No. Earring. And where is the... No. Oh, forgot about this. Forgot about that. Yeah, I can put Ragnarok on her. That sounds good. Actually, sorry. Okay. Valigarmonda, isn't that Tritalk? Which one? Hi, Adam! Thank you. Like, what should Edgar work on? Like, I want to give him stat boost. I think. Bum, 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 bum. God, it's such a good song. What if I asked the entirety of the VGM world to work on that song with me? And also animated scenes from the game that I might have actually started doing for a band thing, but it wasn't right for the band thing, so I'm just gonna tell you all of my secret projects that I'm working on, because maybe I'll actually work on them. I'm trying to make animation from Final Fantasy VI for my band's music video of the aria, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to use the video stuff they sent me, so I might have to ask them if they could please. Who has this equipped? Yeah. If they could please, maybe we could re-record that video when I'm in town next month. Look at how close Locke is, actually. He's gonna get it. And then somebody else can. Terra, what are you gonna get? We need you to finish learning stuff that's useful. What's useful? Kuraga's useful. Shall we get you Kuraga? Oh, that's gonna take a while, though. Will Kuraga be faster when if I put Phoenix on you? Yeah. Okay. Maybe we'll hold off on that and get you some stat up. I don't know. Sorry, folks. Yeah, honestly, she should have casting. Sabin, you're gonna get a stat boost, maybe? Nah. That's not a stat boost. Stamina up? He could get Kuraga? He won't really need it. Who has this? Sully's. She's not in my party right now, right? We'll give him even more health. Why not? That's true, that's true. Well, he had been used. That's why he'd had Valagarmanda equipped. Is that Tritalk? I feel like that's Tritalk. And Madwin. I can have more health. Or I could put Madwin back on him. Do we want to continue to raise his magic? Does he have enough health? I mean, I guess he has enough health. Oh, Sabin, honey. Alright. Is this good enough? I hate the amount of strategy planning and stuff like that that has to be done for min-maxing in this game, which is why I generally don't do it. I get indecision paralysis really badly, folks. Like, so badly. Like, you have no idea how badly. Actually, you probably do, because you probably witnessed it. But yeah, I want to do Searching for Friends with everybody, and I want to do it Pixel Remaster version. So you can choose to go here. And so do I go down or do I go out? Can I go out? Okay, I can't go out. Okay, so I do go down. I'm gonna be ancient and dealing with major memory loss, but still have bits and pieces of Final Fantasy VI worked into my psyche. And they're gonna be like, sorry, Grandma, but you are not in fact Lockcole, despite what you may be thinking. Other way. Oh, the dungeon, not like dungeon like in video games dungeon. Dungeon as in like where Edgar puts the thieves for timeout. I do like that I feel like Edgar as a king is more about rehabilitation than punishment. You know? I like and respect that about him. Yes, Kafka. Oh man. See how we do here. We're gonna have some trouble, but that's okay because Sabin is just going to... Okay. I should probably Bum rush means that I don't have to worry about... Oh my god, I'm doing so much damage. Yes, oh man. Well, the majority of theft that actually occurs, at least in the United States, is actually wage theft. Hey, do we want to get all political talking about Final Fantasy VI? We certainly get all political talking about other things, so... tools... Flash? Is that the one that I should be using here? Yeah, well, likewise, if, like, ordinary people are much more likely to wind up being punished by the IRS for tax issues than the, like, rich people who are largely committing massive tax fraud because they are easier, it's easier for them to get out of it. Oh man, let's go get some treasure chests, shall we? Figaro lizard, that's interesting. So Ben, actually, they take out his sex pest line in this new, like the translation for the Pixel Remaster is almost exactly the same, but they took out the line with Realm, which I think is actually one of my favorite things they've done in this. I think I want to put the wing edge on lock. Oh, he's already got one. I think because I want to give him a second wing edge, don't I? Yes, I do. Thank you, Locke. I am an Edgar Figaro apologist because I think that I think that a fair maybe I should just be doing fire dance here. The thing is, he hits on her, but the moment she doesn't reciprocate, he stops. And I think that's the like the evidence of his character. Is Edgar flirts with people, not in a way that puts pressure on them, but with a way that is very flirtatious. But when they don't consent to or when they don't reciprocate, he stops. And I think that's who he is. Like, I'm not opposed to people flirting with people. Is that a weapon for Setzer? Like, I'm not opposed to him flirting with people. And I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, you see a pretty girl and you hit on her. But if she's not interested, you're like, okay. And he's just like, oh, all right. And he doesn't persist. He doesn't pressure or anything like that. Oh, look at that! Erase has now been learned. Now it's time to give that to somebody else. That's okay. We can re-equip her with something else. I feel like is Ultima not a good choice? So I have yeah, well, like his flirtation, like, oh, I forgot that there's. I'm sorry, what was I saying? I'm sorry. Look, you don't hear this song a lot. Yeah, no, whatever, I'm talking about Darkness and Starlight. I view Edgar's status as king in his mind as a responsibility that he has to his people. It's part of why I like Ebot so much in Horizon Zero Dawn, is that I feel that he has a very, very similar philosophy on what it means to be king. Because, you know, not gonna lie, I'm not inclined to be enthusiastic about, oh, this may be not the best weapon for Terra. Maybe this thing just has really, really high defense. Well, it's okay. It doesn't have very high defense against whatever Locke just did. But like, I'm not inclined to think that monarchies are particularly great. But we have, oh, I need to change Locke out. That's what I was gonna do. I got distracted by the music. I'm sorry. Look, okay, so he's now got that. So we're gonna give him, what else do you need? What else do you need, friend? He could probably use some health, maybe? No, he could use some attack, right? Do I give him strength? Who's got this? Edgar. Yeah. Right? I don't know. I do appreciate that I can ask all of you folks this. So she's got this so she can get magic up and that. But should I also should I have her instead working on life 3? I mean, she might as well get Kiraga and life 2. So. Yeah, like we have, we basically have inherited characters that we love who are, oh my god, I'm sorry. This music is just going to be my undoing. I like extra health. We'll give him some extra health while we're at it. I'm being distracted by this music. I can't handle it. I already got that treasure chest. Okay. But so we have these characters who we love, who are monarchs, and so kind of like what do we do here? What can we do here? Okay, clearly flash is not the thing to use on these enemies. I will switch to something else. Maybe I'll just do drill and accept that I'm not going to be doing group attacks, but taking them out one at a time. Drill should be good, right? Drill, chainsaw, 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 chainsaw. That's what I want for him, I think. I'm sorry, I'm trying to have multiple conversations here, and I'm failing. Terra, I'm tired of you getting poisoned, honey. I'm sorry. I'll try to fix that. But so you have a couple of things you can do. You can either write the character. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Oh no! 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 I don't think I want to do this. I can't run, can I? I knew that there were monsters in a box in this, but I didn't realize it was... I can't take him out, can I? I don't think I can. Well, look. If we die, then we die. Well, I've got that. Oh. Okay. Is he just... Is the gamer parlance nerfed? Is he the easiest Tonberry in the history of Tonberries? Or is it just that I have Bum Rush and Sabin? Okay. Thank you, Sabin. So I'm saying it sort of doesn't matter who else is in my party as long as I've got Sabin. Did I get something for that fight, or just the knowledge that I can take down a Tonberry? Where else am I going? Is this where I'm actually supposed to go over here? Alright, let's do this right. Oh, I need to change her weapon out, I think. Tools, chainsaw? It's so interesting to me that it's trance in this game. I haven't gotten used to that. Was it, I have asked this before, I know I have, but I forgot the answer. Was it trance in the Game Boy Advance translation? Oh, that actually works on random encounters. I was saying something and I forgot what it was. What was I saying? Okay. I need to have Sabin deep poisonify himself. Monarchies! Thank you. Oh man, it is nice having other people there to remember what I was saying and doing. Yes, so we like stories about monarchs. We find them cool and interesting, but we have to change them to accommodate modern sensibilities. Fortunately, Edgar actually works pretty well for that because of the particular relationship that he has. Oh, I did go through here, didn't I? So when you know that everybody involved with something is excited about it and thinks it's a good thing, it's easier to excuse it. And so we know that the people of Figaro are awfully fond of their young king. And so therefore that monarchy is a good thing. Oh, Edgar. Okay. I don't know why I put that on her, but I did. Oh, is there wait, is there another way? Is there another way? Oh my god, I'm sorry. We're just gonna go around in dumb circles. So we are kind of here to level up other party members, so it's fine. Can I get through there? Can I get through there? Can I do this? How do I do this? Can I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna get very lost. But yeah, so we have to figure out how to make ourselves sympathize with monarchs while having them not just be like celebrities basically on TV, because modern day monarchs, people could be fans of them. My British stepdad is a monarchist, which that's apparently a thing. Oh, can I not? Oh, I can't do that from this screen. So there's another screen. Okay. But for the most part, people who get really excited about monarchs and modern society, it's kind of like the way they get excited about celebrities. It's like, oh, neat. There's this person who's like rich and famous and has all this like cool stuff. And I should probably heal Terra, because I need her to level up. But we don't really think about them as detailed characters. Oh, maybe I should actually use life on her, and then you can hear her. Actually, no. Sabin is my cure person, because he's not ever going to be the reason. So in case anyone wonders why Sabin is always the one who does the party healing outside of combat, it's because he's not going to be doing healing inside of combat, because he's going to be bum rushing. So I might as well conserve his magic. Really, Zulily? That's cool. But in the case of stories, because we're living with those characters and they're like relatively three-dimensional reality of their existence as people, like we have to find a way to be able to kind of to make their existence palatable, if that makes sense. And oh, that's the exit. I did that wrong. Sorry. Thank you, Adam. Look, as it turns out, I am capable of strategic thinking in video games. I just often choose not to be when there's too many options and things. I feel like I have a decent sense of strategy, especially being economic with my resources. Terra's not hitting anything. Middle door in the previous room. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Clearly my sense of direction leaves something to be desired. But yeah, so I feel like all sympathetic monarch characters in stories for modern audiences either abolish their own monarchies, which how do I get there? I have to go hit a switch of some sort, don't I? to that middle door. I'm missing something, folks. Well, we're gonna level up. Right door. Okay, we'll try that. It's interesting having a party of like auto killing enemies. Oh my god, you just murdered my boy! How dare you! I like him. Sabin, you're going to fix yourself, and then you're going to, oh, you don't have life. Oh, you do have life. You just, yeah, I imagine a completionist is over there crying, looking at like the magic that I have or don't have. It's just like, what is wrong with you, Lauren? I'm like, look, I don't care that much about min-maxing things. I don't care at all about min-maxing things. Okay, we go through here. Oh, there's a whole other this. Oh, okay, there's a whole other this. Did you know there's a whole other this? I didn't. Now I know. All right, party members, please take out this. Yes! Good job, team. So we have things like Arshtot and Farad and Suikoden 5 who are trying to basically abolish the monarchy. This looks like where I'm supposed to go. With consequences, of course, because you can't necessarily make immediate changes to the to your society. Sometimes you really do have to make gradual changes. Oh man, my auto killing enemies is not succeeding. Oh, that one works. That's good. Yeah, blue glass, and I'll do that sometimes, but I think because of the specifics of how I'm playing this game and streaming it and stuff right now. Oh good, an X potion. Magicite shard. Cool. I should probably heal somebody. It's interesting to me that the enemies here take damage just from existing. I guess that's the, is that the sap attribute? Yeah, if you're really being efficient. So I go down here. Is this what I want to do? I think this will take me there. I do actually really... I've been really enjoying writing Relm, actually. Even if you haven't read any Darkness and Starlight, you should read the last chapter if you really like Relm and tell me what you think of her so far. Have I missed anything in this area? Do I want to go back and do anything else, or am I good? I don't remember dungeons. Strangely, there are occasionally games and dungeons and things that I remember. And I'm like, why is this what my memory chooses to hold on to? You know what? I don't really need it, but I guess it would be good for me to practice being comfortable using a tent. Oh, look at how cute her little tent is. Oh. They do have the custom things. They didn't have those in the original, right? Did they? No, I think that they did. Or was that something they added for the Game Boy Advance version? Oh, there's achievement for getting every treasure. Oh, I'm never gonna get that. The opposite of completionist, I am. You know what game I almost 100%ed though? The Talos Principle. Okay, so they did have that in the Super Nintendo version, and that's why I know it. Okay, because I don't know the Game Boy Advance version very well. All right. What is this place? Only the place that I sometimes mash up with other parts of the game. Yeah, so this is actually the War of the Magi. Right here. Amdapol? Is that the name I'm looking for? Or similar to the name I'm looking for. We've got to have 14 players in the audience. The white mages versus the black mages in the past. The previous war that almost destroyed everything. Amdapor. Is that what I said? That was close to what I said. Yes. Okay. It's not just me. I mean, granted, admittedly, remember, I have not yet beaten Stormblood, although I'm close. I should probably pick that back up and try to actually make a video of finishing that up because people have been asking for it. And maybe we'll try streaming Shadowbringers because I'll get to that eventually. Amdapor Keep. Yes, that's it. Yes, that has similar vibes to this. To the War of the Magi. An Esper attack. Let loose our Espers, using them as weapons. I've seen fans request, rather than a sequel to Final Fantasy VI, a prequel that takes place during the War of the Magi. Has anyone written that fanfic? People have said that's the game they would like to see. 1,000-year-old battle. Set loose our Espers. The only Esper left to us, but Lord Odin, indicating that Odin has a position of power rather than being like enslaved as a weapon. Is part of our team, part of our army, from his injuries. Okay, though, that doesn't matter whether he's recovered from his injuries or not. City destroyed during the War of the Magi. This is actually super useful for me to see right now. Because I'm writing things with Espers soon. Yeah, no, Blade Tiger, that's true. So here's two Espers fighting to the death while the city comes down around them. Oh, that's why Terra has custom dialogue here! Because love between a human and an Esper. Do I remember it? No, but I remember what happens here. And therefore, I have context to assume the line of dialogue that I'm sure I've seen before at some point in my life. Ancient battle between the Esper Odin and a powerful Magus. Okay. So the Magus is not actually an Esper. Oh, a Magus is a magic using human. Like the people of Thamasa. Back in the day. So the people of Thamasa have been hunted for being the descendants of the Maguses. The Magi is the plural of Magus. I'm sorry, folks. Took place in the Great Hall of the castle. Yes. In fact, Strago's first name in Japanese is actually Stragus. So he's actually Stragus. Stragus Magus. That's his name. I'm sorry. That's the part that I play on flute in my band's Final Fantasy VI medley. Alright, Terra has learned some good things. Thank you, Terra. Is that a weapon? Is that a weapon I can equip? Do I want to have something other than Soul Saber equipped with her? Like, I guess this is a holy weapon. Locke is the most powerful member of the team in my heart, if by powerful we mean my favorite. Ultimate weapon if I want Terra to attack. Oh, I do want her to attack. Okay, I guess I'll put the ultimate weapon on her. I'm just used to thinking of her as not being... How's this? For random encounters, we'll have her just attack. I haven't yet gone to the to do that yet. Oh God, the music. Oh, I'm probably gonna regret this, aren't I? Oh, hello, buddy. What do I do against you? I don't remember anything here, so let's try not to die. Okay, all right. Looks like we're gonna be all right. Do I want to use like holy on you? Do I have holy on you? I don't think I do. Oh my god, oh my god, I just love the guitar there. And then we've got our ridiculous over-the-top rock organ, which is so great. And I believe from having seen Earthbound Papas, which is Uematsu's band, perform this live, I'm pretty sure he plays that part on his keyboard. You could confuse him and he just killed himself. Oh, Desi, I wonder if I did that last time. Oh my god. I actually really like the rock violin choice here with the rhythm guitar. I mean, I chose to make electric guitar more prominent in my band's arrangement of this, but I mean, look. Do you folks mind if I play the Crisis Core remake on stream, by the way, speaking of guitars? Maybe they'll actually release the vocal version of that song, The Price of Freedom, so that my friends and I who covered that can finally release the vocal version of our cover officially. Alright, what do I cast on this buddy? What do I cast on you? Thundara? Firaga? Firaga is the only Aga that I have. Wind? I don't have that because I don't have magic, because I don't give my people spells. So let's just set him on fire. Failing all else. And Bum Rush. Bum Rush will take care of business. Drill? Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Hold on. Magic. Let's bring him back. Please don't kill me! You killed me. Sabin. Oops. You're going to, shoot! I'm gonna die here. Lock. Please don't die. Please don't die, party members. Please don't die. No! No, no. Okay. Okay, that's acceptable. Okay, hold on. Magic. Okay, you're going to Kuraga the party. No! No, no, no! I'm gonna die here. Hold on. Let's see if I can... You think I should just go ahead and bum rush him? Alright, I mean, sure. Bum rush takes care of everything. I guess he's just going to heal Sabin in the meantime. So, alright, Sabin is going to go toe-to-toe with the Samurai Soul and take him down. His power increases! Alright. Screw it! We're going to do this! Duel, one-on-one. Sabin versus the undead samurai who heals him. It's a duel. It's a duel. Da, da, da. Sorry, that's a line from the at least Ted Woolsey translation of the opera, extended entire opera. I got a lot of money for that. Cool. Sabin is a little good in this game, just if you hadn't noticed. All right, Sabin, time to bring the entire rest of the party back to life. I told you that he could carry the entire party on his back, didn't I? Didn't I? What does the Master Scroll do? What does it do? What is it? The offering! Oh, but don't you usually combine the offering with a Genji glove? Use is not the right thing, but are these sorted? No. Yeah. Okay. You put that. Oh. Well, I don't have fixed dice. That's the one that you get in Kefka's Tower. And you get Lightbringer in the Coliseum. Offering plus Genji Glove. Thank you. It is quite clear that I grew up on the Super Nintendo translation. Alright. I guess I might as well put that on my boy Locke. Because that's his job right now. Is to be that character. Oh, here it is. Alright, what else do I need to do here? Do I need to change out anybody's Nespers while I'm at it? She's like halfway there. Ish. Locke. Why do you have Bismarck? Ah, strength, so he does more attack. Yeah, that's right. That's what I should do. Is there anything else that he needs? Because he's got all of those, which is super useful. Is there anything else that he needs besides to just do more damage? Are there any spells that I should make sure he's got? Like, I don't bother with these things, and I probably should, but it's so much to keep track of that my very ADHD brain just freaks out and was like, what if we just didn't do any of that? Okay, so we already checked on her. And you, I believe, are getting extra health because why not? Everybody can be overpowered. And you've got Madwin because he gives you magic +1 because... Wait, who gives magic +2? Magic +2 is available now. You're going to go back to that. Yes, min-maxing... See, min-maxing is optional. But people will occasionally poke me to do it, so... I try to at least do some of it. A little bit. But it's too much. But I remember this... Why? How do I remember the switch in the front of the Queen's throne? Why do I remember the switch in front of the Queen's throne? Oh, why is there an armored... Why is there an armored weapon here? What are you doing here, buddy? Oops. Oh my god. We're gonna be here all day. Guys? Did Locke glitch out? Yes, teeny tiny damage. Yes, but he's just gonna keep going all day. Yeah, so it's ancient magitech. I guess so, yeah, I guess. Yeah. So I guess I should stick my party in the back. 6, 7, 8. Yeah. That shows a lot of attack. Why do I not have my party in the back rows? Oh man. So my yay! Edgar just got more health. So my sister and I played the Lunar games on the Sega CD back in the day. And the Sega CD, being an older console, I think was a bit more prone to some glitches. So once Jessica, the healer, God, I love Jessica. I think she might be my favorite character in that game. Once she glitched out so that she had an infinite number of attacks. So she did like no damage, but she would just be like tick 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 until the enemy died. It was really funny, kind of annoying, but really funny. The Sega CD version is the best version of Lunar. Wow, Locke! Wow! Wow! He just auto-killed everything. Oh, okay. That's just that room. Got it. Do you know why I like the Sega CD version best? Because it's the most melodramatic and tragic. They actually made the re-releases less dark. Now, the Sega CD version of Eternal Blue has some really poor design decisions involved. But, man. Thanks, Locke. Thanks, honey. He's just the best. He's so great. What a good character. How useful in combat this boy is. He's not inherently. The thing is, you can make Locke useful in combat, but you have to work at it. Have I been this way? What is this way? Ah. A book encrusted with glittering gems. The Queen's Diary. She puts gems on her diary. How extra is that? I have fallen in love with Odin. It is a forbidden love, I know, but the flames of passion obey not rule or reason. Every time I think of that noble man, my heart flutters and fans the flames yet more. And who could rightly fault it? When the fighting ends, I shall tell him. I must. Love between a human and an Esper. Yes. Yes. Even then, it was forbidden. This is good to know because I'm currently writing Thamasa and Darkless and Starlight, and they have a certain amount of information about history. So I'm and Espers themselves as well may factor into this section of the game. I'm kind of compressing a few parts of the game together, so I'm really excited to write some of the next few chapters. I have to get through a chapter. I don't know why I'm blocked on the current chapter that I'm writing, but I did actually manage to write some last night. Yes, oh, that's right, Blue Glass. Yes, also she's married to the king. A minor problem. Do I want to go through and do everything before I talk to him? Yes, I do. Okay. Blizzard Orb and a gold hairpin. Oh, I like those. Those are good. I should probably put one of those on Terra, shouldn't I? Since I should probably make sure she's actually gaining a lot of the spells that I would want to use. I mean, she's working on Phoenix right now, so that's very helpful. The more people you have with life 3, the better. But she should also probably have the full complement of attack magic, which she doesn't. She's not actually that great at physical attack. Celis is more balanced. I feel like Celis and Terra are both a little balanced, but Celis leans more towards the physical, I think, and Terra leans more towards the magic. Is that correct? Anyway, please feel free to unload your interpretation of the role of Espers in the time of the Magi and that relationship and things like that. Who knows? Your theory could find its way into my questionable fanfic. Speaking of questionable fanfic, I might also write some more questionable fanfic, but make it secret. And by secret, I mean put it under a different name, but it might be out there, so I can keep my reputation. Right. I mean, it is true, Desi, that anyone can be made to be anything else. So for example, like you can decide that you want Sabin to just attack, to just use magic all the time. Like any character can be any good, like at anything. Hence why Locke, who's actually initially one of the weakest characters in the game, can be a powerhouse if you decide to make him one. But as far as like their inclinations, I feel like Terra is a little better at magic and Celis is a little better at fighting. Did I must have told you guys, my next door neighbors growing up made Sabin their healer. They had a really hard time with this game. Thanks, Thyson. Is that how I say your name? I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. The ancient castle is the same as the one in the Maria Draco opera story. But having gone through it myself and seeing it now, I don't see it. You know, but it could be interpreted the way that history gets reimagined and reinterpreted in entertainment media. They make elevators? Oh my god. Okay, so is your name an elevator reference? Yes, no, Sabin is my out of combat healer. That's why I always use him for that, because he's great for exactly that reason. Oh my god, okay, well I appreciate that your name is an elevator reference. That's cute. Alright, do I want to change Terra's equipment here? If we're gonna go fight, I think we have to fight the boss. I don't remember what boss we fight here. God, I'm really glad that they found a few other opportunities to use this song, because the original is really good. But I really like this version of it. I want the Game Brass to cover this. I believe I forced the Game Brass to consider this, and I think they are considering it. You better believe they're going to be in my searching for friends thing. I'm going to make them. Dover! Hi, friend! Dover! I say your name right now, right? I'm pretty sure that you corrected me a while back, and I think I've gotten it pretty consistently for a while. I'm very proud of myself. Oh, no boss except dragon down below. Okay, thanks, then. For some reason I thought there was. Odin crumbles, leaving behind a shard of magicite for us. Alright. Five steps below the queens. Alright, let's just beat this guy up. Oh, or we could just have Locke auto-kill him! Because apparently that's what Locke is doing. Wait, did Locke get stuck in the... Okay, no, he's still in the back row. Okay. I don't know why he seemed like he was... Oh, I guess because he was the one who was forward because he was attacking. Okay, so there's a dragon down here. Which I don't want to fight. Unless you folks want me to fight the dragon. Do you want me to fight the dragon? You know, I wanted to level up anybody but Sabin here, but I did manage to level up... I did level up everybody else a little bit. I just also leveled up Sabin too. Get Crusader. Okay. Shall we do it? Do you want to go do it, folks? Shall we go fight our first optional dragon? One thiefy boy. Oh my god, Blade Tiger, that's fantastic. Shall we do it? What's the worst that can happen? We die. Oops. Probably should have made sure that I had the right spells to fight this guy, because I don't think I do. I only have Thundara. I don't have Thundaga. That's fine. You know, the little dragon spell is, or icon is so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you just say... Oh, hold on. No! Oh well, that's fine. I hit the wrong button. I told you guys I'm really bad at D-pads. I don't really care about achievements too much. I appreciate the, I guess I should probably heal the party, actually. Dang it. Goodbye, party! Sorry. Oh, no! We're gonna die, and then we're gonna do better next time. No, he's not gonna survive this. Oh! He should probably get raised too, just in case. Oh, I should probably have actually equipped or healed Locke, because Locke has... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Punch Sabin. That's fine. That's allowed. No, I want, yes, I want you, because you have Raise, to bring him back, and then I want you, because no! Oh my god. I did that wrong. honey. I'm sorry. I don't know why that was so funny. It's really funny. Also, I just have to say that Blue Glass's line, MEGA-SABIN, is like the ultimate punchline. Oh my god! Okay, here we go. All right, for anybody who it's MEGA-SABIN. I drew this when I was like 11. It's like, but I'm sorry, I have to mirror my camera or I go crazy. I think this is the first piece of Final Fantasy VI fan art I ever drew back in the day when I was in 5th or 6th grade. Oh my god, there's Nash from Lunar, actually. There's a few pictures of Nash. But I think that might be the first piece of Final Fantasy VI fan art I ever drew. It's MEGA-SABIN. MEGA-SABIN can carry the entire team on his shoulders. Oh my god, there's a lot of Lunar fan art in here. There's some Mortal Kombat sketches. Look, okay. Oh, look, there's Street Fighter though. Look. So here we have Honda doing his big hit thing, but he's holding a purse because I thought that was funny. But that is not, oh my god, I've got some characters and some, like, with the Dark Queen, she's very evil. Okay, no, but surely, like I see, here's like Luna from Lunar, but there's gotta be, oh, and then look at this, this actually looks pretty good. Look, I drew my cat, Whisper, that I grew up with. But I genuinely believe that MEGA-SABIN, there's more Lunar fan art. I genuinely believe, oh my god, look, see, it's Null, and then I tried to draw Null a little bit more accurately, Null versus Kefka, okay, not Kefka, Kyle, excuse me. Oh my god. Oh hey, look, it's Jessica. But I think that Sabin, MEGA-SABIN, is the first piece of Final Fantasy VI fan art that I ever drew. How is that possible? There's a lot of Lunar stuff in here. Oh, look, did I ever show you? It's Purpleface. Those of you who have been watching Lauren for a long time, you know Purpleface. It actually looks like him, doesn't it? Where did I put him? Where is he? Is he on my desk somewhere? But I think maybe there's more later on. Why would, no, I think MEGA-SABIN is the only one in here. What the heck? Baby Lauren. MEGA-SABIN. MEGA-SABIN. Amazing. Oh. The likeness is incredible. I think Purpleface is going to join us for the rest of the stream. You all know where this is going. All right. You know, I feel like this should be like a reward thing that you can redeem channel points for. Just Lauren puts Purpleface on her head and then has to play the next chunk of the stream balancing a stuffed animal on her head. There we go. I'm a very serious person all the time. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled... Yes, actually that'd probably be good for my posture now that I think about it, because I'm really bad at posture. Here we go. There, now you can see my head. You can also see, look, do you see the Maria and Draco poster? It's actually Draco, probably Draco. Hard to sing Draco, just not the same. I'm really good at balancing Purpleface on my head, actually. I have an extremely long history of doing so. Considerable experience. I could put it on my resume. All right. So now that Sabin has single-handedly defeated 2 bosses in a row, he's going to revive the entire party again and heal the entire party again. It's all right. We can go back and clip that later. Yes, that is the perfect clip. Okay, so we won't talk to the queen because we don't actually want that. Oh, there's a new Esper. I should probably consider. No, that's the wrong thing. Here we go, hold on. Oh, is he finally starting to... Oh, I guess he is kind of starting to run low on magic. I mean, to be fair, I think I had him try to do Kira. Oh man, no, that's totally fine, Phil. Sorry, I turned off people being able to paste links. You can put it on the, if you're on the Discord, I have the total eclipse of the heart. I think I'm funny, that's the name of the Clips channel there. Right? I want to talk to the queen, but doesn't that change the thing? I don't know. Okay, does that give me story? Because I'm inclined to. Oh, is she Ultima? I thought you said that like it does something bad. Okay, never mind. Look, I'm not the min-maxy person in here. There's a bit of story. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we're gonna do that then. Somebody said not to talk to the queen. See, they just reused that sprite. Which does kind of, I can see why people could say that it feels like the legend of this ancient history might have been passed down and changed, and thus inspired the opera. Don't unless you want Raiden. Okay. Okay. I guess I do. What does Odin allow me to do? What is Odin? If I really care about speed, I'll just get Hasteга. Or as quick a spell. I don't know. I don't know! Oh, okay. Okay. Even the queen was turned to stone. Interestingly, the rest of the castle wasn't. The queen and Odin were. Queen's tear. Yes. Odin's magicite surges with newfound power. Odin's... Did this have a different name in the original? Or I guess I just never used it. Huh. I guess I never used it. Alright. That's not surprising. I'm not really much of a status magic person. Alright. Try not to die this time, rest of the party. Do you mind? Oh no, Soul Spiral. Isn't that the one that I don't want to use? Oops, no. You want to do this. Nope. Alright, Terra has now learned Re-Raise, which means I can now give her something else. What should she learn? She should honestly probably get back to this. Sorry, Sabin. That's why she was trying to learn more magic. Thing is, you don't actually need to do all of that stuff, you know? Alright, Sabin. I think you maybe go back to Madwin. Actually, you know, no, actually. Sabin needs life too for when everybody else dies, and he has to bring them back. I believe we have just witnessed the necessity. Is there anything else to do here, or have I completely wiped out this place? Oh ho 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 ho. Sorry. She's just clearly the oh ho 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 type. Meow 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 meow. I'll probably change that actually. You could make somebody solo the final boss, but I wouldn't. Oh my god, one of my friends who really likes to do insane completionist things did a Gao solo thing. And now he's working on getting all of the optional secret stuff in Final Fantasy IV, so he's currently farming pink puffs for pink tails. That's the level of insanity that's happening. Look, Phil. Oh man. All right, Desi. That's incredible. Okay. Well, you and my friend have the same level of madness. Oh my god, Kent. It's so I don't know the Game Boy Advance script as well as I know the Ted Woolsey translation, so there've been some delightful moments for me, like learning new things. Also, I love how nobody's like, anybody who's dropped by isn't like, why do you have the cat on your head? So I really like this translation, although there are a few iconic lines that I think they should have kept. Yeah, no, so it's neat because you get details that Ted Woolsey translated badly, that make things make more sense in some cases. The music is incredible. There have only been one or two rearrangements that have kind of fallen flat for me, and when it's good, it's amazing. I have an objection to a particular thing with the way that they did the opera. I get what they were going for. I don't think that they did what they said they were going for with the English voices. But if you listen to apparently the French and German voices, are the same person. So that's the one that I like. That can be my Final Fantasy VI singing girlfriend. Oh my god, the Chocobo song is not my favorite. No, that's true. And I wanted them to have done more with Double Slab. It deserved more. But there's some really great stuff. Alright, well I guess we're done here. Unless I want to like grind a little bit. Do I want to grind a little bit? Oh my god, not to spoil things. No, I actually thought that everybody... Okay, so I'm not enough of an opera snob apparently to have any objections to any of the rest of them. I just don't like the fact that they got a Vocaloid sounding anime actress. By the way, just for clarity's sake, because people had thought that the English singer, she has the same name as like a bluesy singer who can actually sing very well, but that is not her. She is in fact an anime voice actress who does anime music exclusively. And that's why she sounds like an anime voice actress instead of like what she's supposed to be. Which I think the other singers that they chose actually did that. Okay. Yeah, the Chocobo song in the original is not terribly great. The reason why I'm just like, well, I'm just grinding here a little bit is because I have these people in my party and I'm already here and I'm already talking about something, so I'll just do a little bit of fighting. Mostly in this case, I'm just trying to get Terra a little bit of the magic. Okay, Phil. You and you alone. Like, I won't take away this Techno to Chocobo from you. If you enjoy it, I'm happy for you. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of grinding in general, but so I'm not trying to get levels. I wanted Terra to get a little bit more magic so that I can say that she's what she needs. Yeah, well, Zalili, I feel like that's what the other castings did. It's just that unfortunately the Japanese and English singing sound like a cute little anime girl singing and holding the note perfectly still without any vibrato or anything, and it's auto-tuned and sounds like a Vocaloid, like an anime girl Vocaloid. Oh, oops. Wait, Sabin. Okay. Okay, Sabin, you're gonna have to heal yourself. No magic. Poisona. Sounds like somebody's persona, but like their poison persona. Yeah, no, Bum Rush is the best. Sabin has single-handedly defeated multiple bosses in this particular moment in the game because of Bum Rush. And because he happened to be wearing gear that they healed him, so it was great. Oh my gosh. Amazing, Zulily. Poor Brooklyn. My dad is from Brooklyn. This is why people get a little confused talking to me about where I'm from. And my Am I really high level? I just wanted to get Terra some magic. Yeah, I like the character classes too. No, people get very confused because my accent is Canadian, despite this being the first time in my life I've ever lived in Canada. I sound like I'm from Southern Ontario. Thanks, Mom. My dad is from Brooklyn, but I grew up in Texas. And the cumulative effect of that is that I have really random bits of slang and accent and cultural touch points and so on, including my cooking that I do. Is I should probably heal Terra. Look at this. I recognize that I should heal her before she dies. This is remarkable. I should just have Purpleface on my head all the time. That'll improve my posture. I am planning on being at CGF, yes. In fact, I'd kind of talked to the Bitforce boys about potentially playing something with them. And I might actually see about if we can maybe do a show at Genuine Joe after CGF, because I'm going to be in town, the returners are all going to be in town, and I'd like to play something. So so Genuine Joe is a little coffee shop, so we'd have to like arrange to have a PA. I don't think they have a PA, so the audio isn't great, but I love it. It's where we played our first ever show, and I'm quite fond of it, and I think it'd be nice to do something. Yeah, Zulily, I almost forgot, but then I did remember. I'm very proud of myself. I feel like playing something the weekend of CGF would be nice. So maybe I'll reach out to Genuine Joe and see if I can set that up, because the only other music venue that I know, it's not even a music venue, but the thing is I'm friends with the owner there. Thank you, Blue Glass. Yeah. Oh my God. Whenever we come to Florida, people talk about the returners returning. If only we had the second album out, but there's been some complications. Oh man, excellent. Cool. Yeah. I still need to get my badge. Someone was like, you should just email Dave and ask him if he'll give you a badge. And I'm like, maybe. Like, hey, Dave, I'm gonna be in town from Canada. But I don't think that CGF is that expensive, so. For anyone who doesn't know, if you're in the vicinity, if you're in Central Texas, Classic Game Fest is a little video game event that is taking place, I think the second to last weekend in Austin. Yeah, maybe the Bitforce boys can hook me up. I should ask them. Yeah, I need to set that up. I haven't had full command of my brain for a while, and because of COVID, I lost an entire week of my life, basically, that I've been kind of trying to make up for. Oh, when is Anime North? If it's in June, I will be in Texas instead. Or not in June, in July, because I'm leaving the 28th of this month and getting back the 28th of next month. I didn't know that Anime North was then. But also, I don't know. We'll see. I need to remember to apply for CGF next year. I forgot to apply. Did not even think about it. So, I'll try that. Yeah, so the thing about CGF is that you have to disregard how it describes itself because it doesn't know what it is, but it's a charming little event. Oh, do I need to heal Terra again? Oh, I do, don't I? Terra, why are you always low on health? Does she have crappy gear? Yeah, Desi is little bitty. Classic Game Fest is little bitty. It's nice, Desi. It's only 2 days. She's front row, that's why she's taking damage. Oh, I put the wrong one. Okay, sorry, hold on. Okay. Ah! Wrong button. I'm sorry. I'm like, ah! Poison. Did he get another ability? Oh, he did. Oh, he did. Did he get re-raised? Did he get re-raised? Not re-raised. Bigger raise? No, he got Kiraga. Okay. That's cool, but we want him to get the other raise. Okay. I want Terra. I want Terra to get magic. No, that's the wrong button. Oh my god. Lauren. My brain it does this thing where it just like occasionally just dumps strategy. Like it just dumps buttons in the middle of Hades or just dumps what I'm trying to do, and that's what's happening here. How close is she to learning what I want her to learn, actually? Let's find out. Oh, she's very close. Okay. Let's just like a couple more encounters. Let's just do a couple more encounters here because it's not costing us anything really. And these party members are going to be high level, and then I won't put Terra in my party again, but she'll be useful in things. Although I guess actually maybe I'll bring her to the tower because she's got. We're working on getting her. Arise! Yay! Sabin got the thing that I wanted him to get. Okay. Okay, hold on. No. That's, I think, what I wanted him to get from Phoenix. He doesn't need re-raise. Does he? I guess he can get re-raise. Everybody can have re-raise. When we go to the Fanatics Tower, I'll bring him with me, maybe. Because it's not like he's going to be attacking. He's just going to be bum rushing. All right, so I think I'm just about done with what I was going to do here, which I actually probably should have gone to the Fanatics Tower to do that, but that's fine. So does this mean I don't need to bring Locke or Edgar with me to the Fanatics Tower? I think that's correct. All right. How close is she? Okay, so literally 2 encounters. I mean, I could solo it with Sabin. I'm soloing everything else with Sabin. All right, so see, we've hit the point now where I feel like it is time for me to be done with grinding. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much for coming by, Phil. Fanatics Tower, KefCon 2002. Yeah, Fanatics Tower is bad. Oh, that's right, but I'm just gonna... Okay, so it's actually, no, it's a good thing that I'm not leveling up there. Because I'm just gonna put Mog in my party and then fight the boss. Yes. Okay. All right. Then we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll have what we need here. God, Locke. Yeah, no, I'm talking about magic leveling because what I'm trying to do right now is magic leveling, but I'm also leveling, so it's all good. It's all good. Yes, I'm gonna Mog the tower. Is that a verb that people who are like speedrunners of this game use? Check it out, Terra got the thing that I wanted. Okay, excellent. And Sabin will eventually get re-raise, but he actually shouldn't need that, actually. Other party members should have that covered, so let's give him this again. Yes. All right. Oh, you don't even get AP. Oh. Okay, we're gonna use another tent. Somebody remind me to buy a tent at some point. Stink. Ah, okay. All right, that makes sense, Ceci. Shows what I know, though. I don't think in terms of speedrunning. I've thought about putting the, like, super speed limitation thing on in Hades just to have, like, Lauren speedruns like a section of a game, as I think that would be funny, but I haven't actually done it. Speaking of Hades, I wrote my first Hades fanfic last night. Well, actually, no, I wrote it 2 nights ago at like 3 in the morning because it got stuck in my head, and then I revised it yesterday. Yes, the tent is different depending on who's the front of the party. It's extremely charming. It's a wonderful detail. Kent, if you're still here, I'll let you. Like if you ask how good this remaster is. So there's some really nice quality of life things. Like you'll see like that I've been speeding my way through combat here. So like the auto is really nice, and there's a lot of little quality of life things. But once we get to, unless you don't want it to be spoiled for you, but searching for friends, if you have tastes and opinions in music, their arrangement of searching for friends. There've been a few friends who are like, what do you think of this? And then I just go out and let them listen to searching for friends, and they're like, I'm gonna buy this game now. It's really good. Oh man, blue glass. That is a neat. Oh. I just walk around. Oh my god. Oh, neat. Okay, Jesse, that makes sense. Life 3 is not reflectable. Oh, that's good. So they actually took that strategy into consideration. God, I love that Locke can just autopilot do this. Like, how absurd is this? The answer is very absurd. It's extremely absurd. Everything here is ridiculous. Should I be using the chain? Oh, no, the drill is good. We're good. Yay! Sabin is getting even more better. Sabin, you don't need to be any better. Oh yeah, the intro they did a really nice job with. Alright, so we have done this. So we should therefore continue. Alright. 4 wall rings. Okay, Blue Glass. I can do that. South Figaro! I love South Figaro. Oh, I changed this font out to this font. So the font that they use is actually not good and I don't like it. It's a very, very slender font. So I did a little, so you can hack the font very easily on this. But I did a really, I think that doesn't involve like downloading anything else. I basically deleted the original English font and cloned the Japanese font, which has English text included. And so that's the font that I have now, which is so much more readable than the default English font. Strongly recommend it. I want to go back though because I need my airship. So let's go back. As much as I love South Figaro, we're gonna go back to Collingen because that's where my airship is. Because you don't just have like a whistle that just like summons your airship. Should though. I think you have to get a patch though. But some people have made that patch. So that's one of the first things that they did. Dover, is that a Slender Man copy pasta thing? So actually, quality of life thing here is that you can just equip anybody, whether they're in your party or not, which is fantastic. Could you not do that when you didn't have the... Yeah, could you not do that when you didn't have the airship? Oh wait, is Slenderman a game? I thought it was just a thing on the internet. I don't know. Oh, it doesn't work in World of Balance? Oh, okay. Then maybe that's why I didn't notice it? Because I didn't think I'd noticed it before and I was really excited. Okay. So, go is yes. Okay, where are we trying to get to? Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that someone made a game of it. It's a weird thing. I don't fully understand. I feel like for somebody who spends as much time on the internet as I do, I should know these things more than I do, but... Fanatics Tower. Okay. Where are you? Don't trust my memory, so... Cultist's Tower. Okay. Oh, it's on the neck of the dragon. Do I have enough wall rings, actually? Or where do I buy them? Can somebody tell me? Oh, I've got 6. Oh, that's shell, never mind. Reflect ring, I've only got 2. Where do I buy them? Who will sell me these? Thamasa, I assume? God, it's so good. I've been singing or talking through, but this arrangement is like incredible, and I want to do. I had this like I'm just gonna be a secret surprise. But the thing is, frankly, not. You guys are a select and special audience, so it's not as though this won't be a surprise to other people who follow me who are not in this select and special audience. So I'm planning on doing a cover of Searching for Friends based on this, that I bring in everyone I possibly can from the VGM scene and also do some animation and stuff. So I'm very excited about that. Just continuing to add everybody and just go whole ham on it. Is that go ham on it, not whole ham. Look, sometimes we merge our idioms. Can we bot in South Figaro? All right, so let's go to South Figaro. South Figaro, here we come. Thank you, Blue Glass. Oh no, Stolen Light said that. Thank you, Stolen Light. Hi. Sorry. Blue Glass spoke right before you, so. All right, do I trust my memory here? I shouldn't. Man, now that I have a mnemonic, I can actually drive where I'm trying to drive. Amazing. Oh no, but this is for the boss, right? That's why I want the reflect rings, right? Oh, and you know, I should get some tents while I'm here. I actually don't want to stress out over it, is what I want. I don't know that I have Berserk learned. Oh god, I've got plenty of money. Sure, we can do this. There, now I have an infinite number of tents and should therefore never need to buy tents again for the rest of the game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stolen Light. I just realized that that was a pun on the fact that I just bought tents. God, I love South Figaro. I love South Figaro. I love South Figaro. Darkness and Starlight, where Locke starts waxing poetic about how much he loves South Figaro. That is entirely me putting my own opinions into things. Man, I really just need to finish that chapter. All right, let's do this, folks. Let's do this. All right. So who do we put in our party? Oh, wrong button. Who do we put in our party to do this? We want Mog, Sabin. Who else? Oh my god, she's so adorable. She really has the cutest sprite. I love her sprite. So it's Sabin because he's Sabin and invincible. Mog because he means we won't have to do any of the other fighting. Terra has re-raised, so we'll bring her. Who else? Who do we feel like bringing with us? Oh, I don't want to fight the dragon. I mean, Locke is my boy and I love him. But he can't, he just hits. He doesn't magic. Edgar can bring the drill. Wait. Oh, but you have to defeat all of the dragons, right? I don't want to go back and defeat all the dragons. I don't want to fight all the dragons. That takes extra time. Basically, I want to knock out as much as I can today so that next week maybe we can finally finish Kafka's Tower, because I don't know about you, but I am dying to hear Dancing Mad and the ending sequence. I keep being surprised by people in the VGM scene who aren't familiar with Dancing Mad. Like, there's these drummers that are friends of mine. Like, there's the Andrew, the Proto-Men drummer, and which I guess the Proto-Men are kind of a little bit more outside of VGM, but like also like Toph, like the Bitforce boys don't know Dancing Mad, because I was like, I'm not gonna make you play Dancing Mad, because they were like, oh, you rated us, you get to pick what Toph has to play, and I was like, har 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 Dancing Mad, because I like to jokingly troll people to play Dancing Mad, because if they know Dancing Mad, they'll be like, haha, Lauren, I'm not gonna do 18 minutes, I can pick one movement if you want. But if they don't know Dancing Mad, then they start doing it before I can explain to them that I'm joking. So all right, I guess we'll bring him. I do not. If that's blue magic, I don't have it. I don't like blue magic. Yeah, well, it's intended to be the nice kind of trolling. I just like... I worry that it's maybe... winds up being annoying. And I'm like, no, 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 wait, wait, wait. Don't actually do. Alright, where is your Moogle? There we go. Moogle Charm. I don't know what else to put on you. Maybe the don't die. Toph actually played some of it, and I was like, you really don't have to do this. No, I actually got Toph to play Stab the Sword of Justice, which is a much better fit. I don't know. Do I want to do the Reflect Ring? I don't know. What do I want to do here, folks? It's nice of them to have them grayed out so that they know, so that you can know who's not in your party. I love that his class is adventurer. That makes me very happy. Sorry. $12 earrings each, yeah. Alright, let's save and go do this. What else is there to do after this? There's Strago's cave. Do I have hero rings? I don't know how many I've got. I've got some. That's right, those guys tell you about, I guess, is it the Phoenix Cave over there? I mean, I already have, I mean, you can't see because I don't have one in the bottom, but I have 4 piercings on one ear, and I'd like to have more. It's just that then I want to get, because my cartilage piercing is like, it goes lower, so I would like to have one up here now that I've got such short hair. I'd like to get another one there and another one here, so yeah, that would take me up to 6 on that side. I've only got 3 on this side. I wouldn't mind increasing that. It's just that then I can't wear my headphones. So, I always draw Cellies with an excessive amount of earrings. Okay, is there a monster in a box here? No. What is safety bit? The safety dance. Do the safety dance. Everybody look at your pants. Was there a thing that I was supposed to do here? Oh man, this is so much better. This is so much better. This is glorious. Oh, there's a secret switch. Okay, we're gonna go back down and do that. Oh, memento ring for everyone. Oh, thank you. Nice. Okay. Okay. Secret switch to the right of the twist. Right of the twist. Right of the twist. What does that do? What did that do? What did that do? Oh, there's another door. There's a door that appeared. Hello, door. I'm observant. Air anchor. Is that a new weapon for Edgar? A new tool for Edgar? The secret room has a fun, unique encounter. I assume fun means like... Okay, it is a tool. Okay, I thought so. Look at me remember a thing. Man, this song definitely got a glow up. Like, it went from being... I bet that Past Lauren just turned the volume off here because I hate the song in the original. I hate this song in the original so much. Like, so much. I also hate this this cult. But the choir actually works super well here, so it's good. Is this the dragon? Right? Isn't the dragon in, like, in one of these rooms? It's listenable now and it works. Like, I can listen to it and I feel that it's effective. Yes, so we're going to be cheesing the boss. And not having to deal with any of these encounters. Isn't this beautiful? Last time I played this game, they introduced me to the concept of using Mog's Charm. Oh, hello! Nope! I don't think I have stop or mute. So, like, I don't have a lot of magic in this game. I don't bother with learning all of the spells. Oh, does SABIN have all of them? Oh, okay. Do you folks want me to go fight that dragon with this team? Knowing that we've got reflect rings on? So that might be a problem? Like, do you want to see that? Because I can give it a try. God, SABIN has a lot of health. I'm not sure that this team can handle it. No. Like, SABIN can try to take it out single-handedly again, like he does. Like, the thing is, I don't really feel like spending the time to go get the rest of the dragons. We can't bum rush it. Oh, okay. Okay. I've only fought one of them. That's literally the only dragon I fought. That's because it was right there and you folks suggested I could take it. No, I haven't bothered with any of the dragons. That's the thing, is I don't care about the dragons. They don't give me anything that's of consequence for me. I don't want to have to go back there. I want to finish this game next stream. I don't want to have to go back to places. So I don't really care about them. They will not give me anything that means anything to me. Soul of Thamasa. What is that? Is that a key item? Put it in a chest and something might happen. What was that? What is that usually? Double cast. Oh. An ancient Thamasan orb that bears a wondrous power. Change the magic command to dual cast. Oh! It being Thamasan actually is way more interesting than just being Gembox. What a great name. That's interesting. There's like a little bit of world building here. Alright, so let's see how this goes. So I guess I'll start by life 3-ing my party. Ah, that's Kefka's treasure. Huh. And here comes a creepy, scary ghost. You do kind of wonder what these ghosts are supposed to, like, they feel like they use the ghost sprite when they're like, it's something that's not human, but we don't know what else to do. Okay, hold on. You don't have it. You have it. Re-raise. Amazing. 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 Yes, Mog doesn't know single magic. That is correct. That is how not a completionist I am. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, we'll see who lives. Wait. Is this a glitch? Well, hopefully that won't be a problem. Oh, can I? Did that count as a win? Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. God, he has so much health. Okay, well, thank you, Pixel Remaster. That happened. Cool. Well, I'm glad that that went okay. Victory. I didn't even need life 3 apparently. I think I might have needed life 3. I think that might have counted as a full party wipe if I hadn't had life 3, but I'm really not sure. Who even knows? Oh, Pixel Remaster. Yes, so that is a concern. Pixel Remaster is a bit buggy. I didn't really notice the Ultima animation. I was worried about whether I was going to die. Oh, in the past, when everyone reflected, everyone reflect individually instead of it showing the entire group reflecting. I didn't reflect often enough for that to be in my memory. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm failing at going downstairs. God, this makes this place so much less annoying. Just in and out, 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 and we're done! Huzzah! I think we expect fewer bugs from modern releases. Oh my god, really? Stolen Light? That's really annoying. Well, I'm glad that that didn't happen. Alright, so where to next? Where is Strago's cave? I think that's the only other thing. 4 fireball spam. Wow, I did not even notice. My brain just like doesn't even process battle stuff sometimes. Okay, just north of Thamasa. Ah, I see. Okay. All right, hold on. On here? Yeah, we have Go-Go, don't worry. I don't like Go-Go, but we have Go-Go. Oops, wrong button. I want to change out my party members. God, it's such a good song. All right. Does anyone else have custom dialogue? Oops. Ah! No! No! I don't know why I'm so bad at steering, but I'm profoundly bad at stealing. Steering. Did I say stealing? Sabin can carry almost everyone and everything. Who do I want to bring with him? Sully's is pretty good and high level. Terra is also good and high level. Locke is good and high level. And Edgar. These two could probably stand a little bit of fixing up. Oh man. I should probably actually use some party members. Terra did just get the level 3 spells. Am I gonna want her? Is this place hard? Nope. I do not care. I negative care about blue magic. I actively loathe and detest blue magic and would be overjoyed if it disappeared from the gaming world forever. I cannot stress enough how much I hate blue magic. So no. Again, I'm an anti-completionist. I do not... It would literally be impossible for me to care less about completing things that don't give me character, story, lore, world development, etc. kind of benefits. The reason why I was almost 100%ing, the only game I can think of that I nearly 100%ed is Talos Principle, and that's because you can unlock more bits of story if you're a completionist in that game. And even though I hate puzzles generally and tend to be terrible at... I actually learned spatial reasoning by playing that game because I wanted to get the lore so badly. So badly! And then I immediately stopped trying to 100% it as soon as I was informed that I'd unlocked the last bit of story. That's how I am. Alright. Oh, we haven't done the Shadow Dreams! Okay, we can do that too. Who else do I want to bring with me? So Terra has stuff. Terra, Edgar, Locke, and Sully's are all now in good shape. CYAN, Shadow, Setzer, and Go-Go could stand to be used some. Well, I wouldn't mind leveling these two up a little bit. I mean, or I could skip the encounters. I don't remember this place at all, but if it's annoying, then yeah, we can just do that. That's fine. But then I have to fight a boss, don't I? I don't remember it. Oh no, random teleportation. Oh, then yeah, I'm gonna bring Mog. If it's an easy thing to kill the enemy. Ah, wrong button. Oh my god. One of these days, I will remember how to use controls in games. But not in this game, apparently. I feel like the baseline in this got turned down. No, I do not care about blue magic, so... Ah, Thamasa. We're home. I'll be in the house, okay? So full of energy. I must be the only one getting old. Sorry, apparently I'm reading dialogue. Is that alright? I don't usually read dialogue in games, but lately I've been playing games that have voice acting. And I've had a few people express that they would rather I read the dialogue so that they can put things on in the background and listen to it. So. And I started reading things out loud with Horizon Zero Dawn with the data point text dumps and things, so. Grandpa! You gotta come quick! Gungho's hurt! So being gung-ho about something means like being like super enthusiastic. And I don't know what the origin of that phrase is or how that relates to this character and his name, if it relates to this character and his name at all, you know? So Strago says, gung-ho? Well, I don't do voices. Why am I doing? That's the thing. I never know what to do about doing voices. I don't do voices. Okay, so Gungho is in our house and he's hurt. Gungho, hang in there. Strago says, who did this to you? Gungho says, it was Hidon, that legendary beast you and I used to hunt. Almost had him too. Voice acting practice. I'm not an actor. I'm doing audiobook stuff now for Darkness and Starlight, but you'll notice I'm not voicing any of the characters. I'm just doing the narration. Strago flips out and says, Hidon. Gungho. Ooh, cough, wheeze. I'm the narrator. I have 10 million times more things to read than anyone else. Yeah, he's Strago's rival. I know that much. Strago and Gungho. How are those names matching this? Interesting. Strago's flipping out. Gungho. Strago and Gungho. Strago, please avenge me. Very, very dramatic. But he doesn't die here, does he? Relm's like, Grandpa, what are you standing around for? Strago says, you're right. I grew old and forgot all about pursuing the dreams of my youth. But it's never too late. Gungho, I'm going after him. Oh yeah, he's trying to get Strago to... Oh, that's right. Relm and Gungho are in this together, right? They're pretending to try to get Strago his spark back. The adventurer and the strategist. Grandpa. You're not thinking of going all alone, are you? I need to face the thing I ran away from all those years ago. I need to get the best of it. It's a matter of pride, dear. Such a grandpa level of condescension. It's a matter of you being a stubborn old man. You're my grandpa. I can't just sit and watch while you make things harder for yourself than they have to be. She's like, don't have any problems with difficulty options, Gramps. I'm sorry, Relm. It means a lot to me that you care so much. And she does. That's right. This whole thing is set up because she cares. And maybe she got a little freaked out by how thoroughly he seemed to have given up when he was hanging out at the Fanatics Tower. And she had to get him out of that because he was like, well, I don't really have anything to live for. And she's like, this is concerning. But Hidon's a tough beast to track. Its name comes from the old word for hidden, after all. Oh, so maybe it's not supposed to be pronounced Hidon. Maybe it's supposed to be pronounced hidden. And they're letting us know they're very clever naming this. No one will ever find him if I don't go. All right, but we're going with you. Ebot's Rock. Phew. And she's like, shoot, gotta run. Gotta keep up with Gramps. Yes. It's actually really sweet. It really is. This is actually super helpful stuff because I have to characterize these two. Trying to characterize these two in a Darkness and Starlight. Buttons. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, we couldn't land here earlier. No landing, no nothing. All right. I love her new sprite. Oh, is this where the munch? Yes. I'm trying to remember No, I would have seen it as I was flipping through. My sister and I would like reference this in like silly little things we wrote back in the day. And that sketchbook that had a bunch of really dumb like old pictures from when I was like 11 or so in it with the MEGA-SABIN picture would have had something with the munch. Hungry, 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 hungry. I'm not super hungry because I actually ate sufficient. I ate sufficient lunch before I played this. So give me something to eat or I won't let you through. Coral! I don't have any coral. My cup is empty though. Skinflint, get out of here. Skinflint is a really curious and interesting. I wonder what the etymology of that as a way of calling somebody, accusing someone of being cheap. I should get some water. I'll get some water. 22 coral. I don't have any coral. I'm coralless. Coral levels are 0. Hi, Sophie. Oh my gosh, Sophie. We go on and over here. Oh, baby. Sophie. Sophie is sad. My roommate has gone out for the day, and so Sophie has been in the living room all by herself, being sad. Miser, one who makes use of contemptible economy to keep money. Who would skin a flint to save or gain something. As in like a flint that you start a fire with? Hi, Sophie Cat. Do you want to come say hi to everybody? Sophie, Sophie. Sophie, Sophie. Sophie, Sophie. Come here, baby. Hold on. Baby, come here. Come on. No, don't go into the bed. Oh, baby. Baby, why? Oh, baby, why? Okay. All right. Now we gotta go get some coral. We need 22 coral. So I guess we just wander around till we find coral. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is the next song that I'm going to put up on my YouTube channel for Final Fantasy VI. It's actually virtually arranged. I just need to get a video together and make sure that I'm happy with the mixing of it. But I'm kind of dependent on some of my bandmates played on it, and I need them to record video, and they've been super busy, so. Jesse's doing the math for me, so I don't have to. God, I do like the flute. It's not my favorite instrument, but I do like it. Yes. I think it's like corpulence is happiness, and I'm stuffed. Excellent. I wonder if they tweaked it so that after you have enough, it brings you back here, since there's a randomization involved, and they've improved quality of life. Shouldn't have ate too much. All right. Ooh. Oh man. hidden. We're gonna fight Hidon. Alright, well, I should probably put some relics on them and probably take Reflect off of Sabin. You know what? I should also... I don't know. Let's see if I have holy water. I think I do. Item. I do have holy water on Hidon. So this will do it? Nice. Yay! So they're a little closer to getting some magic. I did it! I really beat Hidon, yes. Oh, he looks so happy. He looks so pleased with himself. I'll have to tell Gungho he's been avenged. Oh, I guess I could have cast life. I do have that. Gungho, listen up, buddy. Gungho crawls out of bed. What's all the fuss? Can't an injured man get some rest? Gungho, listen to me. I defeated Hidon. You what? You beat Hidon? You're lying. Nope, he's not. He really did it. Strago has such a nice old man face when he laughs. Well, a little monster like Hidon could hardly expect to stand up to the likes of me. I can't believe it, but it looks like I have to concede defeat. You showed me up, old man. Ho ho ho. By the way, how are your wounds healing, Gungho? Oh, my wounds? Yes, they're fine. That evening, I should have Gungho in. So there I was, creeping through those caves that seemed to go on forever. I finally reached the deepest, darkest cavern, and there he is, right in front of me. I stared the ugly brute straight in the eye, raised my staff, and let him have it. Bam! Thwack! Pow! Right in the kisser! Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not gonna do voices, but I can read it like this, if that's okay. Oh, I wish you could have been there to see me. Oh, and then... He's like so full of life. He's so excited. Where's Grandpa? Oh, I think he finally tired himself out with all the gibbering and jabbering. But do you think it's okay to leave it like this with him thinking I was really hurt? Don't worry about it. If we hadn't tricked him, he'd have spent the rest of his life doing nothing but talk. And even if you were faking, that monster wasn't. I don't know how a man like him ever managed to raise a granddaughter as wonderful as you. She's kind of a pain in the butt, but she does love him so very much. Yeah, well, I don't know how anyone can be as terrible an actor as you. Amazing. Relm spilled some water on it and it melted. Amazing. Strago is probably the only man alive who would fall for a performance like that. What did you say? Amazing. It's really cute. It is really cute. Oh. Well, we'll just heal you. No, that's the wrong one. Poisona. Hi, Gungho. Someone said Hidon is about to rock again. Oh, is he back? Or are they telling me that there's a dragon there this time around? God, it's such a good song. It's so good. It's so good. All right, what else is there to do? Yeah, I don't like the default all caps names. Ow. So I that's a thing that I've changed since fairly early on in my playing video games. So it is 3 o'clock now. And this is normally when I shut down. Is there anything else that I need to do? Because I can try to like squeeze out a couple of other like little things. Leveling a bit for the tower. We can do a little bit of that right now, so we don't have to worry about it. We did go under Figaro earlier. Oh, Shadow Dreams! Shadow Dreams! Yes, we haven't done Shadow Dreams. Let us put him in the party, shall we? And see if we can get some Shadow Dreams. Cross your fingers that we've got some luck. It's chilly. How is it so chilly in here? Did my roommate leave the air conditioning on, or is it actually not hot outside? Shadow is so talkative. Oh my god, I'm excited. Hold on. Not that it really matters, but just because I feel like this is the appropriate thing to do, we're gonna do this. We can get Lock Lightbringer if that's not hard. Is that hard? Otherwise, we're just gonna go do here and maybe eventually get some levels for these people. Maybe I can do that off stream. Hello, friend. See all sorts of things. Want to hear something neat? Sure. There's a small triangular island to the northeast of the Veldt. Oh, it's random how hard it is. I thought the Colosseum. Oh, because you don't strategy. Dinosaur Nightmare Island. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Ah, okay. Okay, so that guy just gives you hints on where these things are. That's neat that somebody does tell you these things. All right. 1 gil per night. Yeah, I think we can manage that. So let's see if we can get some Shadow Dreams. Is there anything we can do to up the chance of getting Shadow Dreams? Because otherwise we're just going to keep doing this. I suppose we could look them up. But I've seldom gotten... How many are there? Are there 3? Okay. Yeah, we can always just watch them on YouTube if we need to. Because it's not very frequent, as I remember. It's very easy to just not get it. There's 5? We're just like RNG grinding here for this. I don't have to reset, do I? 4 you can get in inns? Yeah. Maybe we should get them on YouTube. Sir Behemoth. Oh, thank you, Stolen Light. Thank you for subscribing, friend. Thank you for everyone who supports, by the way. I'm going to try to get a Stream Deck. When I'm in the US, I might see if I can find... It might be easier for me to find one that's used there. And I think that that'll make some of my streaming stuff less annoying because I'll be able to have more like automated things. So I will be investing your support into. You know, this isn't gonna work. Like we could do this for like an hour and maybe get one of them. So let's watch them on YouTube, maybe. That's the only way I can think of to do it. Otherwise, it's going to be a real nuisance. Because we could be here, like, all day. Skapluni, thank you. Thank you for giving a gift sub to J Mats. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, streaming doesn't really, like, it's not like it's, like, a big thing to pay my bills. Like, that's why I have my freelance work and stuff. but it like, I like that I can kind of use some of my little bits of streaming income to kind of invest into trying to make my streaming a bit better with lights and cameras and stream decks and games and things like that. So thank you for everybody who helps make that possible. And especially when I was having a rougher time of it financially, it helped. Oh, wow. Huh. That's interesting. I keep turning my head and like losing hearing some of this stuff. I don't know if my headphones are screwed in wrong or what. Did the Pixel Remaster mix up how they work? Maybe. Wait, Relm has a dream too, Rudy? Because I'm going to go ahead and close this out and see if I can get us... Okay, so we've closed that. God, this is such a good song. Okay, we're going to listen to this first. Okay, so let's see if we can find Pixel Remaster version of the video of this, or if it's just going to be the, oh, good, somebody does have the Pixel Remaster version of Shadow's Dreams, and apparently a few small changes were made, so we're going to do that. Sliced through them in chronological order. Let's do it. As long as this doesn't have somebody's talking over it, then we're good. How does that sound, folks? Sorry, as you can hear the sound of my computer trying to take off. Oh. Oh. Gaming game video are necessary for smooth sound transition. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get YouTube. Okay, hold on. Properties. Okay, hold on. There we go, look at that. Let's go for it then and see how this is. Ah, they've got the original font. Ah. So this is no neater sound. This is his guilt, his partner saying, "You abandoned me, you should be dead with me." Although the true translation of that says, "Find me here." Which made me think, he says, "Yahoo, we did it, Clyde." On the train. Oh, that's the Phantom Train, 1,000,000 gil. Hold on. Sorry, that went too fast. 1,000,000 gil, what a blast. This is the life. Guess it's time we thought of the name, huh? A name? All good bandit duos need a name. Oh, hold on. This is way too fast. Wow, this person is going through this really fast. Guess it's time we thought of a name, huh? A name? All good bandit duos need a name. I, sort of have one in mind. Well, let's hear it. The Shadow Bandits. What do you think? Not bad, huh? Shadow Bandits, greatest train robbers of the century. Because it's interesting, like, the original Ted Woolsey translation of the first dream, sorry, we're stopping, we're going to talk about these a bit. He says, "Find me here, Clyde," and it plays the Zone Eater sound, which led to a common opinion that Go-Go was perhaps Barum, because that seems like a hint that if you go to where you hear the sound of the Zone Eaters, you find this mysterious figure. But Ted Woolsey's translation is not always entirely accurate, and so this this translation saying basically, you should be here with me. Like, that sounds like that one is not a flashback. That one is his guilt speaking. And you can kind of see he has this, and he does, we know this because of his actions throughout the game, that he feels that he deserves death. So I think that it's that. Yes, you should be here with me inside the Zone Eater. Yeah, like, I think that this is probably much more accurate. I think that this is not supposed to be Barum psychically telling him that you can find me as Go-Go in the Zone Eater area. And I think that it makes more sense for it to be his guilt saying, you abandoned me here, so you deserve to be dead with me. But yeah, so they're the greatest train bandits. And so it looks like they're the Phantom Train, and we know that we hear about the train system connected to Doma, I think. So I think we have, hold on, I'm going to go back here because we can. Because this is clearly the Phantom Forest and the Phantom Train, but I don't know that it's actually literally supposed to be the Phantom Forest and the Phantom Train. Like, I think it's actually, it may be that just happens to be the train that they have built into the game. Because it sort of doesn't make sense. Like, the greatest train robbers of the century. So it's like the non-Phantom Train. Do we hear about Doma's, because I know folks have referenced Doma's train system before, I think, in chat about my streams, that Doma has that. The Phantom Train is the ghost of that train that got killed by Clyde and Barum. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, so this is I think meant to be a non-Phantom Train that they have robbed. But we're reusing assets, and I think that would be clearer if we had a modern game that didn't have to reuse assets in the same way. Spot where Gao first shows up. Open your eyes. How bad is it? This isn't my blood, is it, Clyde? Don't worry, you're gonna be okay, he says. I'm sorry, I let my guard down. Don't talk, the town's just a bit farther. So they got attacked, presumably someone caught up to them. You don't have to pretend, I know. This is my blood, isn't it? I'm done for. Get going. Leave me here, I'd only slow you down. But you want to get caught? Before you go, I have a favor to ask. Please finish me off with your knife. That sure is a way to mess somebody up for life. How could you ask me to do something like that? You know what they'll do to me if they catch me alive. I don't want to have to go through that. Touch my arm. Feel it shaking? I've never been afraid in my life, and now I'm quivering like a leaf. Please, before I wet myself and have to die a coward, just take your knife and... I can't do it. Clyde. And the Gashing. I'm sorry, he says. And he runs off. Clyde, how could you? Ka-ding. Okay, we're not quite done yet. CYAN had one throwaway line about Doma's railway. Okay. Yeah. So he cannot kill his friend, even to save his friend from potentially being hanged or tortured or something. But he feels that guilt for abandoning him. All right. And here's Interceptor. Ah, and then this is... Hey, are you all right? Oh, the dog already... That's a puppy. Interceptor's a puppy. Where am I? In a small village called Thamasa. Come on now, pull yourself together. So the text is fading out because he's passing out. So he doesn't hear all of what she's saying. So there's Relm's mom, who already has Interceptor. Or a dog, perhaps Interceptor's mother. because we don't know how old Interceptor is. Relm is only, what, 11? 10? So it's possible that Interceptor could have been a puppy or a young dog. He's awfully, awfully energetic for a dog who is over 10 or 11, but it could happen. And then here is, okay, must be having a nightmare. This is after you rescue him, I guess. This is the one that we've seen, because this is the one that actually happens. You came to try and stop me leaving. I'm sorry, but I can't turn back, boy. Stay here with my daughter. You both deserve to live in peace. Yeah, we've seen this one. And so it does actually, at least with this translation, make it explicitly clear if you're lucky enough to get all of the other ones and you can piece together how, yeah, I can tell I listen to his video game music. All of the suggestions are video game music. Yes, Relm's mother, woman, she doesn't have a name. So there's apparently some actual ambiguity about whether Relm is actually Strago's grandkid, or if maybe, you know, Relm's mother falling in love with this outsider and having a child with him. Maybe she was a bit of an outcast, and so Strago took her in. Yes, well, they reuse assets, Blue Glass. They reuse assets, and I think you're not supposed to think too hard about that. But yeah, so that's what is Relm's dream? Let's see. Shadows and Relm's dreams. Well, I don't know. But apparently there's a Relm dream. I don't know if I've ever seen it. Apparently if you don't recruit Shadow, or you don't save Shadow, if you let him die, like, you can get a dream with her. Apparently. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of an unfortunate thing to have such potentially interesting character moments be so optional, that I could have kept going for like an hour and maybe seen one of all of those dreams. But so we have some pieces on him, and so we can assume. I don't see a pixel remaster version of Relm's dreams. I see Relm's theme and Relm's scenes, but I don't know if it has. Hold on, we're gonna take a look and see if it has her dream. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'm not seeing a dream. There's her getting... Yeah, no, I'm not seeing a dream anywhere. Yeah, no, all of these are actually game scenes that we've seen so far. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I mean, it's news to me that it exists. But yeah, so I think that Shadow's situation is really interesting. His backstory is really interesting. The fact that he feels incredibly guilty about the fact that he survived and his friend didn't, and the trauma of that is so much that he decides he doesn't deserve to live. But then he goes from being a train robber to being a ninja, and kind of like, when and how does that happen? I'm really interested in. And honestly, I have no idea what fan interpretations of Shadow exist, but there's got to be something there. Yeah, no, I don't think Shadow is Thamasan, because he goes to Thamasa and he doesn't know where Thamasa is, you know? Like, he's like, where am I? And she says, you're somewhere, you're in a place called Thamasa. So they managed to somehow stumble upon Thamasa. So it seems to me, like, for all that they talk about the Doma train, maybe there's a throwaway line, and Doma is where we see trains, it doesn't make any sense to me, I think, on the map of the world. Hold on. The World of Balance map. I don't think it makes any sense that you would get to, hold on, let's take a look at this, that you would get to, where is Thamasa exactly, to make sure that I mean, I should know this. So Thamasa actually near, okay, so 28, the gathering place of the Espers, 14, Moblas, 15, Crescent Mountain, 13, the Veld, actually, no, it's not unreasonable, it's not impossible, because looking at the map, Doma is actually, unless they're coming across the other way from Jador and Zozo, in which case it's actually like, if you like look from like, if the map actually is loops around there, those two are somewhat close together. But Thamasa is not very easy to just stumble upon. And that's the sort of thing that you don't have to think too hard about with Final Fantasy VI, but it's something that for Darkness and Starlight I should consider. How do people get to places? How and where they get to places from. So, I don't know. I did a little bit of shifting around how the map worked to excuse wanting to have a very, very dramatic scene with Maranda. Which kind of makes sense if the world loops around. But yeah, Jador and the Opera House are closer. Relm's Dream is the same as the last Shadow Dream, only you get to see Relm say Papa, where'd he go? Or Papa, where'd he go? Okay, so making sure that it's clear. They really do want you to understand it. Fell into a coma after falling in the waterfall? Yeah, well, I mean, I guess... Okay, so there is a video with the pixel remaster version of Relm's Dream. So she was old enough to talk when he left. That's interesting. Okay. Which, I mean, she could be like 2 or 3. Old enough to talk, not necessarily old enough to make memories. But it is interesting for him to, because like, Shadow, it reflects differently on Shadow as a character if he basically like impregnates a woman and she gives birth and he freaks out and runs away. That's one scenario that says something about him. But also there's the like, he actually like stays for a few years, long enough for her to be able to speak. And eventually he can't take it anymore and he's got to go because he has too much grief and guilt and trauma that he's not dealing with. Because that makes him like less of the like, you know, deadbeat dad interpretation that sometimes people have of him. I think that he's a really interesting character because so many characters in this game have grief and guilt, feeling that they couldn't save people. So many people in this game like have that survivor's guilt. Or at least multiple members of the core cast have survivor's guilt. Hello. But for them, like, I mean, we have CYAN giving us, like, the thesis statement of the game, like, look to the future. No matter how dark it is, there will always be a dawn. And everyone else confronts their grief. Yes, everyone else in some way grows and changes and learns to kind of, I guess they process their grief and they process their guilt. They learn to let themselves, like they learn to forgive themselves and let go of what they may have done wrong and who they lost. And Shadow explicitly doesn't. Even if you save him on the floating continent, you cannot save Shadow. He just won't. He just can't get past it. He doesn't get past it. He even has something directly, explicitly to live for, but he can't do it. And that gives the ending, which is in some ways a very hopeful ending, despite the hopelessness of the world of Ruin. And it does have something bittersweet about it, but it gives it a bit more bittersweetness, a bit more bitterness to the bittersweetness of it, that you can't save him. That everybody else is able to say, you know, life goes on, and I will learn to live with it, but Shadow can't and won't, And because nobody gets close enough to him, nobody really can get through to him. And it's the connections between people. Like I've talked about Final Fantasy VI as a game with different kinds of love, and obviously it has like I have my background image of Locke and Sully's kissing. So obviously, as I've said before, like romantic love is one part of it, but it's only one small part of the love that's in this game. But the connections between the characters, they do form relationships or have relationships that they strengthen over the course of the game, and that's where a lot of their strength and growth comes from. Like CYAN is able to work past his grief partly because like Sully's the core team members show up and are like, dude, man, what are you doing here? Come on, stop. And call him out on that. And so it's again, it's the support of his friends. But Shadow doesn't really have friends. Like, I mean, I guess because of Interceptor being with him, I guess even if he's disguised as a ninja and there was nothing ninja-like about him during his time here. Oh, thank you, Rudy. Oh my goodness. Well, welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm very excited. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if you had just, because I saw like it'll let you know like this is so-and-so's first visit here. And so I was like, oh, hello. So I wasn't sure if you like wandered in because you saw Final Fantasy VI being played, but oh, thank you. Well, that makes me really happy. Darkness and Starlight is I'm putting a disproportionate amount of my love and energy and life into it. So it's really nice to hear that people enjoy it. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for characterization with Shadow, and it's there. There's actually a fair bit of it. It's just optional. But like, I'm curious how he becomes a ninja, where that comes from, where he's from, how all of that works together, how he gets involved with the Empire. All of these things, they're very interesting to me. And they're things that might be helpful for me to figure out at some point in the near future. But he, like, even if Strago doesn't recognize that this mysterious masked man in front of him is in fact his sort of maybe kind of son-in-law, or at least his granddaughter's dad, he would recognize the dog. The dog, whether that's Interceptor who shows up with Relm's mom or Interceptor's relative, it looks like the same dog, and obviously the dog gets all excited to see Relm again because the dog knows Relm, a new baby Relm. So Strago knows it's him. And so I've seen some really good and interesting. There was a fanfic that came out recently-ish, I think, that was basically a lifetime of birthday presents that Shadow bought for Relm and never gave her. And he gives the box with all of these presents to Strago and is like, if I don't come back, give this to her. And it kind of dealt with some of the emotional ramifications of that, which I think is really interesting stuff. I mean, that boy could use some therapy, but really, like, what we have about him, it's complicated. Like, does he feel guilt at all for having been a train robber? You know, does he feel guilt for having hurt people there? He definitely feels guilt for abandoning his friend, on multiple levels, and for it being his friend and not him who got hurt. I don't know. And you kind of wonder what he was like as a father, what life was like for him at Thamasa. There's so much potential and we don't really know, and none of it quite 100% lines up because a lot of things in Final Fantasy VI don't quite line up, and so you kind of have to figure out how you're going to reconcile them. And that's something that I'm thinking about because, as is presumably apparent from this conversation that I've just had. I'm sorry, we don't even have music to listen to, just the sound of tough stuff taking off. I'm interested in Shadow's story. You could make an interesting story about Shadow's backstory. Yeah, Relm puts it together in some of the fanfic that I've read. And puts it together but doesn't know what to do with it because she's a child, so like kind of how do you deal with that? When you're a kid, especially, how do you deal with that emotion, even if you know? And so that's something I want to think about, what it is that I want to do with that, because it should come as no surprise that Shadow will be a figure in Darkness and Starlight. And I already have some plans, but there's a few pieces that still need to come together. So I'm actually really glad that I've seen all of this stuff here before I'm putting out the next few chapters, especially. So if you read Darkness and Starlight, I really should knock out some chapters soon and try to push through, because next month we're celebrating the 2-year anniversary of posting the first part of it. I should really finish the audiobook too, so I need to email some of the folks who auditioned, because I think I've made some decisions for casting, and see if I can record some last dialogue to put together chapter 2 and chapter 3 and go from there. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you all for listening. I'm sorry again for like taking several weeks off, but between traveling and COVID and so on, it's been a time. But I think next week we're going to be able to do Kefka's Tower. I think we're going to be able to beat the game. So I will plan on going late if we need to, and seeing how it goes. Maybe we can pick up the Lightbringer as we kind of ease into things to give folks a chance to drop by before we head to the tower. But yeah, and then Final Fantasy VI will be done as a stream, unless they decide to make Final Fantasy VI Remake, which if they do not be surprised if I put everything else I'm doing aside and have that be a day one purchase and stream. Doesn't matter what else I'm doing. That is happening. There is no way that anyone is allowed to spoil anything from Final Fantasy VI Remake if it were to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, honestly. I really do not. I think they've got their hands full with Final Fantasy VII's various everythings. I think the Pixel remaster is probably about as good as we're going to get. I'm hoping for a little more merch other than the giant Terra that nobody can afford. The Terra statue that costs as much as a car. Hoping for maybe a little bit more of that. But I don't think, unfortunately, I think this is probably about as much as we're going to get from Final Fantasy VI. And on one hand, like I've said, I would love to see what they would do if they were to expand out the story and answer these questions and find solutions to the things that I've been trying to find solutions for in Darkness and Starlight. Man, I will say I've been writing. I mentioned that I might have some secret Final Fantasy VI, secret fanfic. I've been writing something, and it's interesting because it's not Darkness and Starlight, even if it has the same characters. So it's like trying to be truer to the game version of characters, and that is a really interesting headspace to live in writing that. But I don't know. I would like to see that because I love this game, but I'm also really happy to get new stories and not have to rehash. Like, I'm of the mindset that I would rather have new and exciting experiences than keep revisiting the same thing over and over again, capitalizing on nostalgia, clinging to things from the past. I hear a lot of Final Fantasy VI fans talking about how they don't make games like they used to, and these are great games, and I'm just like, man, I love Final Fantasy VI more than any other game, and I hope that's apparent, but there are so many ways in which games these days are being made better, building on this game, inspired by this game, doing wonderful things, using this as part of their DNA. For me, it's exciting, and it really feels like it's a shame to overlook the incredible things that are being created and the work that is being done, the indie games, even non-indie games coming out that have really phenomenal storytelling, phenomenal characterization, things that, whether intentionally or directly or not, have Final Fantasy VI as an inspiration. Like, I think that, I don't know, I want there to be more and more new games, more and more new stories, more and more different people able to share their creations and their imagination. So I don't want to dwell too much on the past. I mean, it's delightful to write fanfic. It's delightful to connect with people over this game that I love so much. But if I had to choose between Final Fantasy VI Remake and something new and wonderful, I honestly think I would choose something new and wonderful. You know? One of the things that I've been thinking about with some of the like new games announcements and the videos that have come out announcing games and having behind the scenes and stuff, Sorry, we're just going off on a tear here. I don't even know how many folks have tuned out versus are still here listening to me kind of monologue about this. But if you're still here, I appreciate you listening to me talk about this. Toby Fox had an interview, very, very, very brief interview recently with the folks who run the Mother Direct. And he was talking about the Mother games, that's another series that I love. Not a lifelong childhood love the way Final Fantasy VI is, but I have a lot of love, and a lot of my current life from the past few years has been shaped by the presence of the Mother series in my life. But one of the things that I really, really appreciate and admire about hearing him, obviously his synthesized digital voice, because that's how he does interviews, hearing him talk about the Mother series very briefly, and talking about the things that he loves about them, and comparing his games to a lot of the basically Mother-likes that show up in the Mother Direct, where a lot of people who decide that they want to make something like what they love, they'll try to make a sequel, or there's a lot of remakes, re-explorations, updated graphics, quality of life improvements, different translations, things like that, which are all valid and interesting. And then there's games where I feel like what they kind of tried to go for some of the aesthetic or some of the weird vibe, but didn't quite understand the core essential part of what makes the Mother games themselves. And so I know that dunking on Y2K, the game is kind of a meme at this point. But I mean, I think that that's one of the more iconic examples of something that said that it was inspired by Earthbound. And they clearly wanted to have some of the weirdness vibes of Earthbound, but they didn't get the soul of what makes the games what they are. And a lot of the Earthbound likes out there, I think, get more of the aesthetic, but they don't get the soul. And so for me, from what I see and from what I get out of those games, it's like they're missing the point. Of course, from what they're getting out of the games, obviously they're not missing the point, because that's the thing that they sat down to make, and that's the thing that they created out of their own imagination and love of the game. And that's valid. But for me, that there's no appeal for a lot of them. I'm like, oh, that's neat and cool. I'm glad that exists. I can tell the person who made it loves it. I have no interest in it because it doesn't have the thing that I care about. Hold on. Let me close the door. Because my roommate just came home and she doesn't need to hear me rambling about this. But yeah, one of the things that I love most about Toby Fox and his fandom of the things that he loves is that he takes the spirit of them, he takes the things that are good and special about them, and he learns from them how they did the thing that made him feel what he felt. And then he goes and he takes that and makes something that is in a way a spiritual successor to the things that he loves. And I would like to see more of that. I would like to see somebody who understands the heart and soul of what I love about Final Fantasy VI, and then creates something new and special and different that comes from their soul and the other things that they love, and shows all of the skill and talent that they have as creators, as storytellers, with all of the evolutions in game storytelling that we've had in the past almost 30 years, and runs with it. I'd rather that. But I'd happily take Final Fantasy VI Remake if we get it. I'd probably have some criticisms of it, but I'd be happy to have it. But I think I would rather see that. So if you know of somebody who has things that are inspired by the heart and soul of Final Fantasy VI, whether they're games or not, let me know. That's something I've been thinking about a lot, because I've got this novel that I was working on that I've kind of stalled out on for a number of reasons, but it's kind of me trying to get at what it is that Deltarune and Toby Fox things make me feel. But I don't know that you would see any connection between them directly. But for me, it's there. So that's a tangent that doesn't really have anything to do with anything. And I appreciate you listening, for those of you who made it this far, to my monologue about that. And maybe I'll talk more about this next week as we finish Final Fantasy VI. Because I think this is kind of like a relevant thing, and it's something I'm chewing on. And it's funny because I say this, but yet I'm choosing to write a novelization of Final Fantasy VI rather than putting all of that time and energy. I've written 170,000 words published on AO3, but I have a lot more that is in disarray, unassembled chapters, things that are half finished, scenes that I threw down a year ago that at some point I'll get to them. And I've put so many hours of my life into that, and yet not into my original work. Whereas I wonder if you were to look at the original stories that I've written, if you would see Final Fantasy 16 DNA in them. Like, would you see if somebody reads like my robot story, for example, which I want to revise, which is a novel trilogy sort of thing that was my master's thesis. Those of you who've been here for a long time, back in like 2016 and 2017 would have heard about this a lot then. But for those of you who haven't, like, you'll probably hear about it again. But I wonder if somebody who knows the things that I love were to read my writing, would you see in them, this person loves this, like, this is where Lauren's love from Final Fantasy VI is being communicated in this thing that she's built. Is that visible? Can you tell without me, like, you know, cleverly naming the theater like CYAN theater, like a friend of mine did in her book series, or asking the cover art to be based on the Secret of Mana cover? I don't know, and I'd like to revise that book so that other people can actually read it. And it's grown a lot since the previous draft, but I may look for beta readers, mostly just like somebody read it to help keep me accountable, if I pick that back up, or the other thing that I'm working on. I don't know. These are things that I think about because I talk a lot about storytelling and things like that on stream, because I play games and I talk about the stories. But I'm finally at a point in my life, thanks to Final Fantasy VI, thanks to Darkness and Starlight, where I'm able to write again. And I'm getting to the point where I'm going to be able to write my own original stuff again. And I'm wondering how all of this is going to come together, if this is going to come together, if it's going to amount to anything. I don't know. But it is really nice to be writing again and to be creating things again, and to have friends who create things. And I'd love to know more people who are creating things inspired by the things I love. I want to find and tap into, like, I finally have connected with the Final Fantasy VI fan community, like people who are writing fanfic, people who are drawing fan art, and that's been really exciting and inspiring for me. But I'd like to find the people who are doing that and also follow the original things that they make, and maybe find my people, and maybe that'll be enough to give me the energy, the juice that I need to keep going, as I want to make the Final Fantasy VI writers proud, even if they don't know it. I want to make Toby Fox proud, even if he doesn't know it. Anyway, that's my tangent on this, and I should probably shut down and do whatever else I'm going to do, which is probably, I need to see if the post office is still open. I'm now safe to go outside, so I'm going to mail packages either today or tomorrow, because I owe some people some packages. Or Monday. I don't know if things are open tomorrow, actually. I don't know if Canada's postal system, I haven't yet figured it out. And maybe I'll finish a chapter of Darkness and Starlight. So for those of you who are reading that, thank you. For those of you who aren't reading that, read my fanfic. I'm writing more things too, that aren't just that. Sophie has been lonely. Yes, Sophie wants attention. My roommate just got home and is going to give her some attention, but I owe her some attention too. So yeah, but thank you all so much for being here. This is by far the most self-indulgent stream I think that I've done in a while, because at this point I'm just doing whatever I feel like doing with it. And it's mostly just talking about stuff like this. So thank you all so much. Take care of yourselves. Have a good day. I may raid a friend if I've got a friend who's on right now. I don't know if I do. But yeah, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all later. Bye.